God, I've been more prepared.
For which reason?
Hang on.
Well, last time we were talking, mine crashed. Let's have a look. We just had something saying GoAndGarrett on.
Yeah, we got green. You got a red dot.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Oh God, I'm on. I better turn that off there.
I've got an advert on mine now.
No,
Adverts all come from Greek. Oh, there you go. So the idea is now not to stare at the screen.
Well, I know. That's...
It just totally throws me, totally puts me off, that does. So I can only see one person. Oh,
Mr. Random's on. Good evening, Mr. Random.
Rob Random. Hello there, Rob.
Yep.
So guys, tonight thought I'd invite Steve on from the Suffolk Sifter. His Wednesday night live chat. Welcome, Steve, to the GoAndGarrett live stream. We're testing out this new setup tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh no, I love watching your stuff, so it's just nice to have somebody, an expert on.
I don't know where you got that idea from.
Apparently you need a shave, Steve.
Yeah, well, I said to Mrs. Sifter, I'm not shaven until the lockdown is over, so it could be like that, you know.
Let's have a look. We've got Leif Erik Johansson from Norway. OTF Metal Detecting UK, hi. Yeah, Rob, we're trying to going to do this more often now. Get some peeps on, have a little bit of a chat. We've got Steve on. I want Steve to come back on again in a week for a bit of a longer one, and a few other people as well. So if anybody would like to join and have a chat live, let us know. Hello, Aaron.
South Coast. Good evening, Aaron.
Feel free to chat away, Steve. I'll just type to Harrison every now and again.
Well, obviously, I've not got me bells and whistles going on behind me, so it's just you see what you see is what you get. Everybody's saying good evening, so that's all good.
So tonight, Steve, what I wanted to touch on a little bit, because I know you've got the same sort of feelings I have towards the lockdown with metal detecting, and I don't want to create any arguments or bad words. Anybody that types anything in a bad way or starts getting nasty with anybody, I'll just get the comment removed. Simple as that. It's just a nice chat about why people think that it's still possible to go out detecting on lockdown, and why people don't think it's a good idea to go out detecting on lockdown. I think we touched on it the other night a little bit, and I know it can get a bit heated, but at the end of the day, for me, the law is the law. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning, I'll be quite honest with you. Right at the beginning, I did think to myself, well, surely I can go in the middle of the field and do it, but you've got to think of the getting there, and if anything happened to the people who have got to come out and help you. So, bottom line is, stay safe, protect the NHS, save lives.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's the point that people just aren't getting. That. Don't get me. I was lucky here. I went out with Andy, my friend. We thought, brilliant. It's quiet. Andy hasn't got work. I haven't got work. We went for a dip in the sea, absolutely freezing, and we thought, well, it's doable. We're going to go in the sea.
Yeah.
Every day now, and that was it. I went home that night. It came on in fact, we got a big alert. Scared the bejesus out of me. On every phone got one.
Yeah.
Red alert on the phone. As of tonight, this is what's going to happen. It's lockdown. Nobody's allowed out, and that was it. And they enforce it. I got stopped by the police yesterday going down to the supermarket. Got pulled over, passport, my little form that I have to fill out every time.
Yeah.
You go, your name, so on and so on and so on. You're not allowed to swim, go on the beaches, nothing. And the same in the UK. It's you do yourself. You go out for an hour's walk, half an hour out, half an hour back, and that's enough. So, fair enough, people could say, I'm going to nip out and do an hour's metal detecting. So maybe that's okay. I don't know, but it wouldn't be an hour.
Well, I think the trouble with that is if you're seen to be doing that, then other people are going to think, well, he's doing it, so that's okay. I'm going to do it, and that's just a sort of a knock-on effect. You might give the impression that's okay to do, but personally, I haven't done it.
No, I mean, obviously I haven't as well. I'd get in a hell of a lot more trouble here for trying to do it as well. I would end up in prison. I wouldn't get in a fine. I would end up locked up. They're that quick on it here. I mean, I've watched. I'm not going to mention names or channels or anything like that. Won't name and shame anybody. But I have watched a few videos that are being done now. And you could sit there and you could go through them and see every mistake that's. Would have the possibility of becoming an accident, a problem. And that's the part that they don't get. And there's always an excuse. Well, I live a 10-minute walk away from my mission. Brilliant, fine, fantastic. But it's still 10 minutes from the start of a mission, carrying equipment that you don't need to carry, digging holes that you don't need to dig, under power lines that you don't need to be under, and next to farming machinery, anything. Just putting your fingers by picking a piece of glass up out of a hole, anything like that, where you've got to visit a doctor, that's the risk, and that's what they don't get. I'll just read a couple of guys' names out that come on. They're just having a chat between themselves, actually, I think, at the moment, Steve. So, who have we got? If I missed anybody? South Coast, metal detecting with Austin Simpson. Hello, he says hello, everybody.
Teams 463 is on. How's tricks, people? Good evening to you.
Fantastic, thanks for asking. The longer we stay in, the quicker we all get out. It's absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Good comment now. Couldn't put it any better myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's and for me, I mean. I can be outspoken, and that I'm easily annoyed when I see people breaking rules, and I have to calm it down. Harrison, the cameraman, will say, "Dad, you can't say this, and you can't give that opinion," But sometimes I think it's called for, not swearing or getting angry or anything like that.
No.
But these people that are blatantly saying we don't care what the National Council of Metal Detecting say, so we're going to go out anyway. Up yours, basically. Stuff your rules. And then I think one of the comments was, I'm only going to listen to what the government says. Well, the government said only go out if it's absolutely necessary. So they're even making up words to suit themselves, to make it better for themselves.
Yeah, I think you're without naming names, everybody knows who we're talking about here, and I'm not going to name anybody's names, but I think it's up to him. It's his way of doing things, but it's not mine. And I think there's a little bit of backpedaling going on at the moment, but I'm not going to go into too much because you never know. Not even watching, so.
I mean, people are watching. I mean, like you say, there is backpedaling, things being changed and so on to make it fit. If you know what I'm saying. Like I said, if people know who the people that we're talking about, or if not, it's it's not having a dig or having a go. It's just pointing the obvious out. It's pointing out that it affects you, it affects me, and every other metal detectorist out there.
Yeah.
If somebody's out there in a field metal detecting, and you've got these people that know the rules, and they're doing their 1 hour's exercise, and they see a metal detectorist there blatantly flouting the rules, they're just going to say, well, all metal detectorists are like that. Yeah. All metal detectorists are idiots. We get this because the night hawkers and people that don't fill the holes in, and which is a different conversation completely. But everything that does something wrong in the metal detecting community affects everybody in the metal detecting community, and that's what we don't get. at all.
Yeah. Tony Sibley, evening to you. To Steve, the price of one, says Aaron.
And both of a very similar age and very good looks as well.
Is it a good thing?
Who else have we got? Detached Suffolk. I already said that wrong then.
Sussex.
It's late at night for me. Hi there. Yeah, Rob. Chip over in a field and headbutt a plough. Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah.
Or Rob, you could trip and fall into the back of a sheep. I assume that might have happened to some people. I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. Yep. Aaron says, don't forget thumbs up. We need the thumbs up.
Yes, indeed.
We've got 15, or it's not my channel, by the way. Someone says, good evening, Steve. It's not my channel. I'm just a guest.
You carry on talking. Save my voice.
16 people watching at the moment. I can't see the thumb up, thumb down situation, but we'd appreciate your thumbs up, people.
I don't know if you want to be a spanner again, Aaron, and then you can be telling us what's going on so we can see the thumbs up and the thumbs down. It's up to you.
Well, I think Aaron thinks he's a spanner anyway, so...
A spanner or a plonker?
Oh, a spanner. I'll get too personal.
No, it's a good lad, Aaron is. Who's on the right? Is that no, it's not. This haircut, if you watch the videos, this isn't a COVID-19 haircut. This haircut was way before. But thank you for saying that. You've made me feel really fine. We started to sleep tonight. You made me snort there.
What's in the bin? What's in the bin? Who are you talking to, Rob? My bin's broken. The little one, Amy, jumped up on the chair and broke a wheel off the bin.
Oh no.
Yeah, I cried.
You're going to have to buy another one now.
Well, they're a lot of money. They're £1.
£1?
Yeah, a whole £1, yeah.
You didn't buy two?
Well, and you got to get the stickers. I've got to nick the stickers off the kids' play sets to put on it, so that's all expense.
Well, that's it. You have to cut it out the kids' pocket money. Simple as that. Learn the hard way.
Exactly, yeah. Aaron's so glad he's got his dirt box to keep going deep in. We didn't actually say that, but I get the gist.
I never thought I'd be watching videos of a man playing with his dirt box.
No, that's not really an image you need in your brain, is it really?
Oh, no. Maybe he's after the wrong sort of viewers out there.
I think he's probably on the wrong type of channel. Yeah,
definitely. My old buddy I used to metal detect with, Simon, when he opened his channel up called Swinging with Simon. So many subs on the very first week,
yeah.
And then lost them on the second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron will be a spanner, Harrison, he says.
Yeah, Tony says, what's the evening's beverage of choice?
Mine is the cheap, nasty, local beer. And I have got some wine in the fridge as a standby, because sometimes this stuff is just really bad.
Well, I've not got a beverage at all, but I have got party poppers.
Feel free to I've never let any party poppers off before, so feel free at any point.
Well, I've got a big one. I need a party popper.
Oh, right.
But,
that's what I thought you meant.
They're good, these cone ones, but I can't find the shops don't stock them anymore. But I've got the standard bog standard cheapo one. So if anybody's got any birthdays or any cause to do a party popper, I'm sure we could oblige.
Yeah.
Tink said I keep telling it to put a Brazilian on top of the holes in the box. I think we've found our natural level here.
Yes, a little landing strip for his pointer. Oh dear. Oh dear, where are we?
Aaron's got blue. Blue is blue.
You blue span it. Just don't go to any of those naughty, badly named what's it's coming on from the other night.
Yeah, you had 2 or 3 of those people. I'm not normally troubled by those. Obviously, I'm not a very good channel, but we did have one week somebody try to pass themselves off as me and another person. So, yeah, we've got like a duplicate, a doppelganger, or whatever you like to call them.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Harrison's actually frantically typing to me on the screen there, saying that don't read it out. I'm like, I really wouldn't have read that name out anyway, Harrison. Cheers for keeping an eye out, Aaron. But I just don't see the point of it. What they get out, or like you're saying, they're just sitting in the bedroom in the mother's house with their underpants on, just.
Wow.
I don't know.
Shadows on their own playing with the joysticks, you know. I'm talking about computer games, PCs and Xbox and stuff like that.
If anybody wants to comment down below, any questions for Steve or Steve?
We'll have to distinguish which Steve they're talking to. So, do you want to be Steve A and be Steve B, or what do you want?
I'll just be Fudge Face. Call me Fudge Face.
That's it. What are you going to call me then? Keep it clean, people. Keep it clean.
Yeah. Who have we got?
Is that edits? Hello?
Hello.
I was a bit hesitant reading these names out now.
Yeah, I know. Any name that begins with Hugh, don't finish the name. Hello, Naomi. Naomi in the chat there, Steve.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Aaron's named as Fudge Face and Sifter. That'll do.
Yeah, that'll do.
Magic. Nice one, Aaron.
Oh, dear.
Aaron says, so what will you be doing now you're officially on lockdown? Is that to Fudge Face or Sifter?
You go first and then I'll answer after.
Me? Well, I've been trying to grow a beard. I've told Mrs. Sifter I'm not going to shave until we go out. When lockdown's finished, I'll shave, but I've not gone through puberty yet, and I can't quite fill the gaps in. So, and I'm grey because I'm old, so you can't really see the full benefit, but it is there, and I get getting told off for keep pulling it because you do fiddle with a beard. You do fiddle. Just the beard I'm talking about. Well, I've been homeschooling the kids. We've got another week off. Next week we'll be back on the homeschool. I'm a teacher, so I know everything about history and maths and English, not really. And that's about it, really. I don't go out. I've decided I'm not going out. I go out just around the corner. There's a fruit and veg place to get me fruit and veg, and we've got a delivery service from a supermarket, and that's it. I am keeping my head down because I am officially old.
I'm the same. Like we started on earlier on in the chat, I just went to the supermarket yesterday and got pulled.
Got pulled.
If you know what I mean. We're going to stay on that level all the way through, aren't we? So yeah, got pulled over by the local enforcement. They're checking my details. So my choice is to go to the supermarket and back. We are allowed to exercise, but apparently they're going to change that this week to within 150 metres of your home. So basically you've just got to walk around the house and that's it. So, but I've heard rumours online, because Greece has done really, really well for the way they've had, I think there's 99 deaths in all of Greece and 2,000 cases. So if it remains the same on the downward shift, I think 17th of May, they've said they're going to start lifting the lockdown limitations. So if they do that on the 17th, on the 18th, I'll be 2 foot deep in the local ocean for about the next 2 months.
Aaron says, "Don't worry, Sifter. When your conkers drop, that beard will fill out a treat." Tony's asked you a question, Fudgeface. How bad is lockdown over there? Will you have touched on it?
Yeah, it's extremely strict. Hence why I've just said that the lockdown measures have really worked well here. There's places like Santorini that haven't got one case of the fungus on there, nothing at all. The problem we've got here is we're the closest island to Italy.
Right. All right. Yeah.
We're 70 miles away, 70 miles as the crow flies away. And normally there'd be 10, 15 ships a day coming to and from here. People with holiday homes here have tried to sneak on. Luckily, they're so hot on it here, they're just getting turned away at the port. Because you can get, if you've got a good speedboat, you can get from Italy to here in an hour and a half, no problems. And people have tried it. They've been trying to do that, but the Coast Guard here, they're just all the time monitoring the island, so you ain't got a chance.
No.
And if you did get on, the locals would spot you, and the locals would just report you straight away to the police.
Yeah.
There would be no question. It's very tough here, and some would say almost a little too tough, but hey, it's working. That's all I can say.
No, I'm all for it. I mean, if I didn't have to go, the only reason I'm going to have to go out into town is to get me insulin and me meds for me diabetes. But I even looked around to see if I could get them delivered, but no, I don't think so. But there's a 1 in, 1 out rule in the pharmacy, so you have to queue outside with 2 meters distance and just get 1 in, 1 out. But I don't need nothing yet, so we'll see. Just hoping we can get over there. The videos will be insanely good. Oh, that's for you, Fudgeface.
Yes, they will be.
Are they hitting you with sticks yet, like in India, says Aaron?
They hit me with sticks way before this thing kicked off anyway. That's normally Greenpeace. They're trying to get me back in the water when I come out. They're trying to just damp me off, throw buckets of water over me. I really need to lose some weight sometime. When you're wearing a black wetsuit. Yeah. But no, the pharmacy here, because I take blood pressure tablets. Now here they're so strict on many things, but the pharmacy here, you can get most things. I can go to the pharmacy and just get antibiotics over the counter,
right,
without a doctor's note or anything. I have blood pressure tablets and I have gout tablets to keep the gout at bay. The gout tablets are extremely poisonous. And in Britain, when you get them, they come in a little green bottle just to say that they're poisonous. Here, I can just go in, €4, get a box of them. Yeah. But again, now they've with the pharmacy, you can't even go in the pharmacy. They open the door like a little old man, ask you what you want, close the door, and then come back 5 minutes later what you've asked for. They really are hot on it here now.
No, I shan't read what Rob just typed. I think.
Shame we haven't got one of those then.
Well, I'm not going to say what I've got. I've got an old Australian, hat, for the drivers or whatever the heck they call. But it looks like a cowboy's hat. But there we go. Aaron, wife has got me jet washing the decking and cleaning out the hot tub. I just want to play with my dirt box.
I think Aaron's got a problem.
Yeah, I think Aaron needs to get out.
Just keep me entertained for 2 seconds. I'm empty.
God, I ain't got any of that. I've got some spirit, but I didn't have the forethought to bring a glass in with me. But Aaron, I'll do your party popper, mate. This is the party popper for Aaron and his dirt box. Fingers in your ears, fire in the hole. Oh, secondary smoke inhalation, never good for you. Right, I'm not going to be blatant, but don't forget tomorrow, people, big 1.5k subscriber giveaway before he comes back. He won't hear me.
Yes, don't forget that tomorrow. I'll be tuned in as well. So yeah, what we'll do when this video goes up is we'll put a link underneath down there below. So now if you're watching it back and it's not live, down below there, and don't forget Harrison has a link to Steve's Suffolk Sifter detecting channel. Fantastic videos and a fantastic Wednesday night. What time of the Wednesday night is it, Steve?
9 p.m. UK time.
I had to ask because I would have said 11 then because I.
But you've got to be publicly, can't say that, my teeth, Sugar's teeth, publicly subscribed, and you've got to comment hashtag GAW. If you don't comment, I'll do the picker, and I'm looking for hashtag GAW. So if you don't do it, you can't win.
I'll tell you what then, tomorrow, put a comment with all those details on this video, and we'll pin it to the top so people can see it, so just so they double know.
Whoop, whoop. Somebody else's catchphrase, that is.
Yeah, whoop whoop.
Yeah, you should do a competition. You could do all the catchphrases, and you got to guess whose catchphrase it is. Moving on.
You know, and let's dig.
Let's dig. That's that Kerno Digger. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Rob's commented hashtag Gore. What do I win? Well, you better ask Fudgeface.
You win Aaron's dirt box.
Yeah.
Well, you get to furk around in his dirt box with your pointer.
Yeah, get your pinpointer out. So we're 19 people on this evening.
That's not bad. I think that's the most, or the same as the most. I think we had 20 on last week, so we're not doing too bad.
See if we can bust the 20 mark. If I get more than 20, we'll do another party popper.
Definitely. Good call. Be sure to share the stream, guys. We're going to do these. And it does help through the lockdown to stay connected with people.
Pomsey, shoe on your head, says Pomsey. I haven't got a shoe, I've got a slipper.
I'm still thinking about the COVID-19 haircut. That's not going out of my mind yet. We call them blood pressure tablets, Viagra. I missed that comment. You were just disappearing up there.
Oh, just called Tinks 1463, yeah.
Felix still hunted with his beard today.
Yeah, TikTok, yeah.
It'd tickle me.
I think he's getting really bored.
Do you think he's found his car park money yet?
I don't know.
Oh dear.
Dig in his dirt box. Oh, somebody, who's shouting? Tinks. 10 of them still have to smack the like button.
Yeah, we're up to 19, we're down to 17, so on the like button, give us a like, a thumbs up, if you don't mind.
Well, thank you, Aaron, kindly. I'm assuming that's a link to my giveaway video and how to do it and what to do and thank you.
Thanks very much, Aaron.
You should have asked the boss first.
No. Like I said before, I think metal detecting channels should be there to help each other out no matter what. Anyway, no matter how big, small, or anything, we've got to support each other because the people on Facebook, they don't like us. They do not like us at all.
Really?
I've had so many discussions, shall we say, with some Facebook pages, and some people in the early days that didn't have many subscribers and stuff, and now they've gone very, very big. That they really do. I think there's one metal detecting Facebook channel that's got a bin where they put anybody that shares videos on their page, puts it in this bin, and it's the naughty bin, and they put it up every week. And we were the first person to go in that bin. Get in there.
I can't see the problem. I mean, I've never anybody want to share a link on my live stream, go ahead, not a problem. And on my Facebook group, share your channels, not a problem. But you go on other people's channels, and you get a storm. You can't do that. You don't interact. I'm not being funny, but that I'm a member of so many groups. You can't be on every group as much as you would like.
Yeah.
And I always like to share the links. And if I always ask if there's a new one, is it okay? If it isn't, admin, delete it. I'm not bothered. But you get one or two really go off on one. You can't do that. You're not active.
Oh, a couple of times I actually took some screenshots of this. This guy was so vile. Again, I won't say his name, but he was so vile. I actually did report him to Facebook because the things he said about me and my family and everything, which totally unrelated to metal detecting, was so nasty. And again, what my argument with people would say, well, you don't contribute, and I'd say, well,
yeah.
You take photographs of your finds, which is brilliant, all well and good, which I used to do before GoAndGarrett. I used to take photographs and upload them on the GoAndGarrett Facebook page.
Yeah.
And then when we started videoing, so you've got moving pictures as opposed to still pictures. So you're still sharing your finds, but in a different format.
Yeah.
So we had this so many times. We actually created a Facebook channel called Metal Detecting Videos, just so people could post anything on a video there, just so we could do that. And I still say to people, if you don't like it, just scroll past, delete it, kick us out, whatever, rather than having a bit of drama about it.
No.
Oh, God. It's like, say, create a Facebook page, and all of a sudden they are this god that is in control of the universe, and you're out, and there's a couple. Again, I won't mention names, but there's a couple of people, like I said, that started out and they're doing really, really well, and fair play to them. Big subs, big this, that, and the other. And they used to say to us in the early days, can you give us a shout out? And I'll always give a shout out. I'll always do a name in the sky or whatever. And Harrison's gone on there. When you're doing next video, mind giving us no, I haven't got time for that. I haven't got time anymore. Oh, fair enough then, not a problem. But hey, life goes on.
It's like my 1.5k sub giveaway. I'm giving stuff away. I've got 6 bags down there crammed full of goodies. I'm not trying to big it up, but it's the biggest thing I've ever done, and I'm getting thumbs down on the giveaway video. Why? I've given it away, mate.
Did you see that? Did you? I don't know if you did it. The Lemons for Leukemia challenge.
No, I didn't do that one. Done the ice bucket challenge once, but not the lemons.
Well, I do believe it was Aaron. Thanks, Aaron. In fact, it's on my videos. There's me doing you have to eat the lemon.
Yeah.
And so, I turned my face inside out, I'll be honest with you. And so me and Harrison, he was the cameraman, and we did it live. We did it on the beach here. Unbeknown to myself, Aaron was casting the lemons to one side and not eating them. And I know. And so I absolutely, it killed me. In fact, if you watch the video, but this was all about, I actually said, any money that we make off this video, it goes towards the leukemia, and simple as that. Like, say, thumbs down. Why?
Unbelievable. Metal Detecting UK with Metal Detected at Dorset. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. Good evening to you. Kerno Digger fan, 7p and a couple of brass fittings in my front garden so far. Well done. We got High Tone Michael on. Good evening to you. Hope to see you tomorrow night.
Sorry about that. I've disappeared.
Aaron reckon he ate these lemons. What, the rind as well? You ate the whole lot? There's a new thing going around now on Facebook where you're supposed to drink a pint of cider or beer or something for the NHS. How that works for the NHS, I don't know, but that's what's going around at the moment. So, stop moving the camera around. You're making me sick.
For some reason, it just went a bit strange on me, so I just had to move it to kick it back into. So I was talking to a blank screen.
You went black, and I thought, oh dear, I'm on my own. How am I going to get on with being live stream on my own? Detect Sussex thumbs down as just a hobby for some people. Sadly, I get the same. I always get, every time I put a new video up, say it's a 10-minute video, within the first couple of minutes I've got a thumb down. I haven't watched it, they just put a thumb down.
Yeah. You release it and instantly they just don't watch it.
Yeah, thumb down. That's good. It's all good, it's interaction, so...
Yeah. It works in the analytics, and that's what...
Exactly, yes, that's right, yeah.
So they're still talking about the dirt box.
Yeah, I think Rob and Aaron are getting quite excited over it.
I think they are. I think they're going to have a little get-together at some point. I can see that happening. Colonel Digger found 7 pence and a couple of brass fittings in his front garden. Have I missed anybody? Yeah, we got the thumbs down to. It doesn't affect us now. It's just some people just get a kick out of it. I don't lose any sleep at night time at all.
No.
The only thing I've even said it on the video, and I've said it a few times. If you're going to give us a thumbs down, and to be fair, a couple of people have, and I say well done, because some people have just said, oh, you can just shake it a bit too much, and obviously, well, I'm on my own. I've been digging holes for 7 hours. I do get the jitters a bit sometimes. Yeah. It happens, but if they tell me why they don't like it, some people say you waffle on too much, Stephen, and I'm probably the quietest guy you'll ever meet, ever. And there's more detecting all this. I appreciate the people that say things. It's the people that do that.
Yeah. Constructive criticism, I think, is what you're on about.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I know, Aaron, you ate the lemons. I was talking about Harrison, not you. Hi to Michael. Hi, Steve. You see the fudge face, Steve, or Sifter, Steve?
It's fudge face or Sifter, because we get confused easy, because we're not the brightest bulbs in the box. Well, he's fudge face moron, and I'm just moron. Metal Detecting UK or Metal Detectors Dorset, we're doing a giveaway for our 1,000, but we can't afford to get great things. We can't afford to get great things, do you mean? But it's from us, and it's out of the kindness of our hearts. That's fair enough. I mean, without naming who I get my stuff from, I'm very grateful to the company who gives me the odd few things to give away. I mean, I don't buy them myself. Just give them away. Yes, all good.
Yeah, I think same thing. About 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I wrote to Garrett and saying, well, I think it was 1,000 subs. So I've got 1,000 subs. Can you send us a few things? And I got 2 massive boxes from Texas. I mean, massive boxes of hats and everything. And I did a few giveaways, and I had that much stuff. I actually, a couple of metal detectorists at the time, Biggity Giggity Bird, I gave them a box of stuff so he could give it. I gave lots of it away so they could do giveaways, because I would have just spent the next 2 years doing giveaways. I just didn't have the time for that.
No.
What Aaron said, Detex Sussex is a good channel, Fudge Face, new to the hobby, and he uses a Garrett. There you go, then send us the link in Messenger, Aaron, and I'll sub to them and give them a watch. I'm so lazy. I said this now. I'm so lazy when it comes to commenting on other people's channels, because all I do is put it on autoplay. Sit down and just sit like this watching. And occasionally I'll comment, but I'm so lazy at it.
Tony Sibley, where are you based, Sifter? I'll give you a clue. Suffolk Sifter, UK. I won't tell you exact village, but it's in Suffolk. Aaron's getting towards 5k, which is really, really good.
It's shot up, hasn't he, in the last 12 months?
Metal Detecting UK with the Metal Detective of Dorset. Can you get in touch with companies then to... So just approach your company. Just email them. Just say, look, we're this channel. Give them the links. Tell them who you are. Any chance for any freebies? Even if that's just stickers or pens or something or anything more. Just get it out there. Approach as many as you can. You might strike lucky and get one or two who wants to support you. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you can only ask. And you can only say yes or no.
No, all I can say is no. Yeah.
We've approached people and they just said, we've got plenty of people that we give stuff to. We don't need any more. And like I said, with Garrett 5 years ago, I was 1,000 subscribers, and they sent all that stuff out. And then obviously I've got one video of the channel that's doing one of the worst videos on my channel has got the most views. A video with zero effort put into it by myself. 730,000 views. And because of that video, and because I used a Scuba Tactor just got in touch and said, can we send you the newest model? And I'm like, yeah, of course, it's not a problem. But they didn't say anything back. They didn't say, can you show us, can you advertise for us, can you do this? They didn't want anything. No. And some people have given me things. They've asked us to not say anything. Yeah. They've said, just use it so people can see, but we don't want to mention. No. Which is fine enough.
No. That's like my patches, Steve. Been looking around for a long while to get some decent embroidered patches. Just stumbled across the person or the company I'm getting from now, and they said, look, we do sponsor websites and channels. Would you like us to give you a few? And I thought, well, yeah, okay. So, they didn't really want anything, but I felt it right just to put a little plug into them now and again, just to say thank you.
Yeah. And we had a company approach us, how long ago now? A couple of months ago. And they did one of these, I don't know if you've seen them, it floats on top of the water, it sends a tube down, it's got a regulator so you can go diving deep.
Right.
And it's got a tube thing on. And they contacted us saying, and we got all excited because these things are expensive. Yeah. And they just basically said, if you advertise for us on your videos, we'll give you 50% off. And it's like, well, because some of our videos they might get 300 or 400 or 500 views. Yeah. Some of the videos might get 20, 30, 40,000 views. And for them, letting me paying them £400 to get them videos that potentially sell them a lot of units, then I'm not going to pay. But, simple as that. I'll just do without. Talking about stickers, possible GoAndGarrett stickers coming soon. I send you some stickers for your bin, Steve.
Hey! Stickers for my bin. Metal Detecting UK, Metal Detectors of Dorset, thanks so much for the advice. You both rock. Awesome channels. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And don't forget thumb up.
Hey, we've got 20 people watching now. Just one more.
Oh, break the record. That was 21 on my screen. That's gone back down to 20. Sorry, Steve. Go on.
No, fire away. You I'll have a drink while you talk.
Well, I'm going to nip out and get a pint of Bacardi, I think, in a minute. Not literally Bacardi, a bit of coconut. Carno Digger says, I live in the bottom end of Cornwall. And it's hard going down there. Would love to detect round the east. Yeah, I must confess, areas around where I am are quite rich. To be brutally honest, my permissions are not quite so fruitful, but I'm lucky to get a spare seat in Extreme Metal Detecting UK's Land Rover now and again, and we go away, and that's real nice, productive ground.
With
your permission, Fudge Face, I'm just going to get a drink because I didn't anticipate this, and I didn't come out with a drink. And you know me, I'll have to have a cup of tea and my magic beaker.
Go and get yourself sorted. It's not
back in a minute. Don't go away.
Where are we? Ace 250, you've got the simplex. Yeah, we're using the simplex now, as well as the other machines that we're using. And again, a few weeks before the lockdown, I went with the AT Pro around the beach and different things. And we've also done the simplex on the beach, the Nox 600. But after we'd done all that, I took the Ace 250 and the Nell Tornado coil across the same bit of beach and found another 60 coins that we'd messed with all the other machines. There'd been no storms and there'd been no high tides or anything. So the stuff that I was finding with the 250 was missed with all the other three machines because they're all different, the way they find things. But yeah, these 250, I'll never get rid of it. Harrison, the cameraman that's doing all the stuff behind the scenes here, he's got an Ace 250 that he never uses, do you? So he's only used it 4 times, I think. So if anybody wants to buy an Ace 250 off the cameraman so he can buy me some new camera equipment. 22 people watching. Thanks for watching, everybody. Much appreciated. Steve the Suffolk Sifter's just going to get himself a pint of Bacardi. Not saying he's got a problem, but he'll be back in a minute. So, I can hear bottles clanging in the background. He'll be back in a second. Yeah, Tony, I think the 250 is underrated, and I know people are saying it's been out a long time and it's old tech and this, that, and the other. I've now we've talked about, I've got an old C-scope around the back here that I bought off a local boot fair here last year, and I've not taken it to the beach yet. It must be 15, 20 years old, but I'm going to take that down as well, just to have a little play with that. The only thing that puts me off about it, because it's old, it takes 8 batteries. So I imagine the weight of it's going to be quite nasty. So you tried out the Vanquish on your dirt box, Aaron? 17 inches. That's mad, that is. Metal Detecting UK. Thanks, Metal Detecting UK with Metal Detective Dorset. I appreciate the thumbs up, and thanks for your kind words. It does mean a lot. This is only the 3rd live stream that we've done, so it's very new to us. The king of live streams there. What?
Cheers, I've changed my mind and I've got Captain Morgan Spice and Coke.
Half a pint of.
I nearly was a half pint. Look what I've not touched.
You just laid that.
I bought myself a ginormous egg, and it came with 2 slabs of chocolate as well. It's Cadbury's obviously, but I resisted, and I'm wondering how long I can last without eating it. I got me bin, but one of the girls has busted a whale off that.
Oh.
Well, no, it's very sad. Very sad. Also, backup, just in case, because Aaron likes this.
I've got a little some strange drink from Czechoslovakia that my other metal detecting buddy here, Andy, his girlfriend's from Czech, and she bought it a few weeks ago, and it tastes a bit like medicine from when you were at school.
Oh yeah.
So I keep on doing that. Because I've just got about 4 warnings for thunderstorms come across the screen. So that could be interesting.
Right, what we got? Hi, Tom Michael. I see you're talking about Aaron's dirt box, I suppose.
Yes.
Go and get yours, Count on Jack Daniels. Yeah, I had a memorable live stream, which some of you may remember. I don't know whether that was a Christmas live stream or a New Year's live stream, and I got a bit silly, and I think I ended up drinking JD out of the bin. And of course that got screenshotted and played back, and yeah.
That's it. Hi to Michael. Sand, I have no problem with the wet sand with the Ace 250 if you set it up right. That is absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
I've about 10 videos talking about the 250 on wet sand. I think one of them was even called "More Evidence That the 250 Works on Wet Sand." I actually stand in a foot of seawater finding stuff. Again, it's just about the settings. That's it. I mean, I know people go about mineralisation, but I've done probably 30 beaches on this island with the 250 in the wet sand. Never had a problem. Never had a problem. So.
Camera lady here, do people like watching drone shots, or is it too boring to watch? We'll film a lot with the drone if you guys like it. Well, in my personal opinion, don't give them too much away. You know the age I just hit in April. Decided to take a pension, so I've got a lump sum going to land in my bank account at the end of the week. And I was going to buy myself a Merc, a little 4x4 Merc, and a drone. And the wife started making a list of what she wants me to buy her as well. You know, we need a new back door. The conservatory needs this done to her. And in the kitchen, no, it's not that big a pot. So I was looking into getting a drone. And obviously DJI seems to be good. But I always fancied the Spark. But they stopped that. They make the Mini now because of the regulations on the weight. I've already got my operator's license or pilot license, whatever you like to say, done the questions and got me license there, so I can have something heavier than 250. But a lot of complaints with the Mini is you get a bit of a wind and whee, it's gone. You lost it. So, but the trouble is you can't get a new Spark, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, I think the camera lady, she's got the DJI, I think. She did tell me that. I always forget.
Well, I hope it's not a Mini. I just slagged them off.
But what we've got planned this year, there's and I said the last live stream, there's a couple of islands out that way over there. And a couple of guys, like I said, have got speedboats and jet skis. So we just thought it'd be nice to introduce a video with us flying across the water in speedboats, jet skis, with a drone possibly following us and stuff like that. And hopefully we can get in with some of the turtles and dolphins that we do get here and stuff. So show a bit the wildlife here as well, because it does get a bit fantastic, sometimes a bit scary under the water. Like I said the other night, there are great white sharks here, but they're out. Yeah. Just as long as they stay out.
Yeah.
Harrison doesn't mind because he said we'll get good views if I get something bitten off.
Yeah, I go viral. No, I think I'd always fancy having a few drone shots for your intro or your outro, just a drone shot. You know, they can follow you, can't they? You can do the old detecting bit, and I think that would be make it more rich, make your videos up to the next level. I think anyway. So we'll just have to see how it go. Yorkshire Explorer. If you were to start detecting from today, would you still go for the Ace 250, given that the price point and what you already know, or another? I think that's to you, Fudge Face.
Well, again, it's all about technology. If I was researching, I mean, what I personally know about the Ace 250 has taken me a long time to understand and a long time to learn. I know a lot of people say you switch it on and you're away. Yeah, but it's not that simple. You get to know, I did this on one of my last videos when I found that old coin that's still not been identified yet by anybody. That coin I found on top of a paint lid under the sea. Wet sand in the sea on top of a paint lid about a foot deep.
Yeah.
Most people would have gone iron, but I just got a little bit of a double dinger on top of it, and it's just listening to the tones breaking up, and you know that there's two sorts of metal there.
Yeah.
The newer machines, something like the Simplex, that would probably be in comparison to the price of the 250 back then. Now, obviously, in the Simplex, it's got a lot better technology. It's got the numbers. Numbers are always a better thing. Yourself, if you're digging, if the numbers come in, like I've said to me on the AT Pro here, if it comes in at 51, 52, 53, it's a ring pull. If it's 54, 55, 56, it's a silver ring. And if it's 76, 77, 78, it's a gold ring. And you know pretty much what you're digging before you get there. The 250 sometimes, again, with cans and stuff, it's a different thing. If you're getting a really good double ding, what I used to do is lift it a foot off the ground. If it's a can, it's still double dinging. Simple as that. But with me now, I still take. I've got the AT Pro with the Z-Link headphones now and stuff like that. But I always take the 250 out with me as well. I take it as now the backup machine. In fact, not even the backup machine. Sometimes I've got there with the AT Pro and the 250, and because I've got a limited amount of time on the low tide, I'll just take the 250 with me because I know the machine. I've got a 2-hour window, so I'll use something I know rather than something I don't know. And then next time, I'll do the same area when it's low tide again the next month and do it with the AT Pro.
Yeah.
It's just what you know, isn't it? But yeah, I'd go for the 250.
Yeah.
And again, modern tech, I wouldn't exclusively say the 250 because, again, we've used the Simplex, and for the price, I think the Simplex is a fantastic machine, to be honest with you.
I mean, I started off life with a Ace 250. And found some half decent stuff, upgraded to a different Nell coil, and then made the jump up to the Deus. I'm a Deus person at the moment, and I'm more of a sound person. You tune into the sounds. Numbers are nice, but you don't really need them. That's more for confirmation, really. You know, by the sound. So yeah.
Oh, the Ace 250. I never even look at the screen. Like you say, it's just sound. And the beach here, it's like this beach is taunting me. There's a cafe, restaurant, bar, hotel. It's a big thing. It's really nice. It's called Deus. So every time I detect on the speech, it's like something shouting at me. Deus.
Yeah.
Yes, Deus. Big signs. I keep on meaning to throw it into one of the videos when we do it one day. Every time we've gone that beach, we found absolutely zero. So I'm actually wondering if I buy a Deus, I might have a better look.
Well, I treated myself to this a while back because I thought I'm going to hit the beach a bit more this year. I had a little trial with the kids, took them out to the beach and just hoovered up round the local bit and got all my pound coins and 20p's, and we had enough to buy some ice creams. So I thought, well, I'll get a scoop, because you try to use a trowel or a spade, it doesn't really work on shingle and sand. But so we're going to give it a go. If we ever get out in the summer, that's what I intend to do.
That's what I need, is one of them. I think Harrison will back me. A company is not long ago written to us offering to send us a good sound scoop.
That one there, I mean, if you buy them in UK, they are nearly 3 figures, I think. But that one came from Poland, and I think it was only about 60 quid with delivery. And I chatted to the guy, and I tried to get him, or I tried to be like an agent or some sort of rep in the UK, but he didn't really want to go for that. But he sent me a sort of a Evolution type trowel free of charge. So that I'm going to give that away, but I can't give it away outside the UK. Because I don't think customs would appreciate it, because like an Evolution, it's got all the serrated edges, and I don't think they might not appreciate that going through their scanner.
It's why I don't enter a lot of competitions online, because here, for example, my mother sent me a Christmas card 2 years ago and it's never got here. I don't do post to and from here at all, but I know a couple of guys that have got companies where I can send stuff in a van or get it bought from an address in the UK in a van. But there's not one door in the entire of this island that's got a letterbox in. There's no letterboxes here at all. If I want to get my post, when I got my bank card from my new bank account when I moved here, my post was sent to the local Shell garage, and the bank sent it there. Yeah, and I have to pick it up. No, it's the most bizarre thing.
No, I always worry about stuff I give away, like to the States and stuff like that. You think, is it going to get there? And I always say, when you get it, just hit me with an email, say you've got it, and then you think, well, that's good, you've got it, because the last thing I want to do is I've sent it, but it never gets there, and people think, well, he's not sent it, you know.
Let's have a look. I think a lot of people just chatting here.
Yeah, Solo Searcher started off life with Milk and Air. Milk and Air. Some people started off with an Ace 250. We were poor, though, to be honest.
Has anybody seen the new Garrett Apex? No, not yet. No. Looking forward to seeing what it's like, because it's one of the things that people say about Garrett. They need to have something with a bit more of the modern technology. Now everything's getting. The AT Max was just a bit of an upgrade on the AT Pro and so on. So maybe it's what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, but it does what it says on the tin. It's a metal.
Oh yeah, sorry, Steve. I wasn't laughing at you, but I'm just reading Aaron's post. I think I'm getting the comments a bit quicker than you are. Aaron says, "Yeah, lots of late nights being had here too, Sifter. I'll buy that scoop off you once you realise that beach detecting isn't for you. I'll give you 40 quid."
I'll give you 50 and a free holiday.
It's double the price, look, because that's got one of these stickers on, look.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I've either increased the value or I've devalued it.
I've actually got a South Coast detecting sticker on my what's it on the case that the Nocta Pulse dive comes in. So I was actually going to say on a future video, if anybody wants to send me their stickers every time I go out with the Pulse dive with the little case, I'm going to have everybody's stickers all the way around it. And I've started out with Aaron's on there. We'll get some GoAndGarrett ones done. What
I have found with these embroidered patches I've had done, because I took a chance, they give me a reasonable amount of them, and I thought, well, I don't know what the call is really for that, but the amount of people from the Netherlands who collect these patches really surprised me, and actually flying off the shelf, going out of the country, because they collect patches. Why they want a Suffolk Sifter patch, I do not know.
Actually, we had a guy that was messaging us constantly. Do you do patches? Can you send me a patch? Harrison, just type below what country. He might be from the same country, but constantly messaging us. We haven't got any patches as yet, but we will definitely be getting some.
Well, if you want some, I'll chat to you after the stream or tomorrow and let you know the company what does mine. They actually do sponsor channels, so you could get in there and probably get some free ones.
Yeah, that would suit me. Serial search, we've got on there.
I'll tell Michael will give me 60 quid for me scoop. Just come pick it up though, Michael. Steely Dan, I've been in lockdown for the last 30 days already here in Michigan, USA. Not good.
Yes, I know, Aaron, the Pulse dive came from you, which I'll be forever grateful. Harrison's just said the guy that was after the patches was from where you've just said
Netherlands.
He just said the guy that was desperate for the patches from us is from the Netherlands.
I mean, I had a few because I looked around for a patch, and I had a few to start with, which were okay, but they weren't brilliant. And I took them to some detectable, and I thought, I'll just give them away. And have you got a patch? And I collect patches, and I thought, well, I'll just help myself. They're only little ones, but surprising. Yeah.
I've still got quite a few brand new Garrett ones, Garrett AT Pro, Garrett this, that they sent me, and I've got them in the little steel badges as well. I've got quite a few of these little ones.
Well, I've got one here. You might know the people.
Oh yes, I actually tried to tune into their live stream. Was it last night or the night before? You were having problems. I
I think they did. Yeah. I don't know whether that's just not enough upstream or not. I don't know.
Well, we planned this for them, and then I'd seen that they were doing, and like I've said before, it's not fair to stand on anybody's toes if these guys are going to do it. I don't want to do it at the same time. I've got the luxury here of being 2 hours ahead. Yeah. Good for you guys, not brilliant for me, because it's 5 to 2 in the morning for me. But I've got the luxury of people that do live streams and they finish till 11 o'clock at night in the UK. Yeah. And I'll come on after that. And then there's people in the States that are just getting up from doing the gardening or wherever, or sitting down for the evening meal. So we do get some people from the USA. We even had someone from New Zealand and Australia the other night, I do believe, if I remember.
Yeah, that's right, Australia.
Yeah.
Hi-Joe Michael said he'd send a rescue helicopter over to pick up the scope. The scope? You mean the scoop?
You like the shirt, by the way, Steve?
Eat, sleep, detect. That's the one. That's what you need. Or just eat, drink, and fall over. I got me punk. Johnny Rotten on the front there. I think I'm trying to relive my youth. I think once you hit 60, it's all downhill.
I mean, Harrison actually designed this, so I think he did a good job of it.
Yeah, I did start to try and design some and use Teespring?
Teespring, yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure of the quality, so I bought some for myself, and that was absolute rubbish. And I thought, I can't sell them to people that quality, so I've stopped using them, but there you go.
It's like I say, it's you get what you pay for at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff comes from the States. No disrespect to the States, but the quality wasn't really up to it. You know, it's like that's like blurry. It weren't printed right, and I didn't like it. It was in the bin, so. I could see as a punk sifter, says Aaron. Never was a punk. I was around, obviously, in that time, and can remember all the, shall we say, spitting and all the paper clips through ears and that and noses, but I never got involved in the punk scene. Cheers.
Cheers, Robs.
We should just come on here one night and just drink yourself silly.
That sounds like a plan.
But don't get me started on this, because I do stupid things on this. But I've only got Aaron. Look, I've only got a wee bit in the bottom, mate. Can you help me out?
I think maybe one night when this is all over in the summertime and everything's back to normal, it'll be interesting to do a live stream.
To get hammered. I think is it Sid Vicious or Johnny Rotten? I don't know.
Stand outside the bingo hall with a bucket and a stick and stick one on the old ladies.
Stand outside the bingo hall with a bucket and a stick. Stick one on the old ladies.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hi to Michael. I must go on duty. Good night and be safe out there. Thanks for tuning in. Hi to Michael. Much appreciated. Yep. See you next time.
Yeah. Have a good night. Carno says you're making me thirsty. I don't normally drink on live streams because I get into trouble.
Nothing wrong with that.
In moderation, maybe. Tinks1463, my favourite, JD. I've heard someone said to me there's a JD called Legacy. JD, anybody heard of that? Legacy?
Harrison, you're the alcoholic.
Rob says, I can see Mrs. Sifter will have some soggy shoes in the morning. Oh, don't, please don't. Oh, your stickers. He means stick one on the old girls. He mean the stickers. I do wonder what you want me to stick on an old lady, but there you go.
You stick one on somebody.
Yeah. Well, 18 on at the moment, according to this screen.
Yeah, we went up to 22, which is a record for us. So
I missed it. I said I'd do a party popper at 21, but I missed it.
You were talking. You were just talking. And
blame Harrison.
In fact, I've missed out as well because he said we went up to 24. He's telling me now.
Well, you should be able to tell. I think you get a little analytic graphy thing. You can tell what you peaked at.
Martin, just be for 1 minute.
Yeah, I'll let you off. Kerno Digger, I did 6 bottles of rum on the first week of lockdown and I've had to calm it down. You've done 6 bottles in the first week. Blimey, that's just under a bottle a day, man. What are you doing? Here we go, Fudge Face. Look, sorry, Sifter, says Aaron. I was going to bring you a JD, a spring detectable for your birthday. Damn coronavirus. Simon's on. Good evening, all. Evening to you, Simon. Rob says, what's that JD honey like? I've never had the honey. But a friend of mine says, or I've read somewhere, or someone on Facebook said there's a legacy, a JD legacy. I've never heard of it. Apparently it's quite good. I think someone said, I got a shopping delivery from Asda. Other supermarkets are available. And what a JD. They never had the straight JD, so they gave him a legacy, which was more expensive. There you go, JD honey with lemonade. Simon says, hi, South Coat. What's JD apple like? I never knew they'd done a JD apple. You learn something every day. 60 and I'm still learning. Here we go. Every day's a school day. Here he comes.
There we go. Right, I can see you again. Who have we got on? Oh, is that Simon?
Yep.
That's Simon from the early videos. I don't know if you ever saw him.
Been asleep since then.
He used to come out with me all the time on the very first GoAndGarrett video, where he was Simon Poo Pants Davies. That's probably why you never saw him. He was always having a poo in the videos, constantly, every time we went out. If you put a little picture on there, Simon, so I know it's you, put a picture of a toilet or something, or a toilet roll.
Just do a poo on there. Cow's milk and vodka. Where it's at? Oh dear, no.
I think that'd be interesting as well, because a lot of people ask about Simon, because we spent 2 or 3 years going out metal detecting in the early days in the fields. Yeah. It'd be interesting to do a live stream as well. Mind you, he's terrible with technology, so I doubt it will ever happen.
Who has? No, sorry. Cheers.
Yes.
Who has Timmy Mallet? Who has Timmy Mallet has just turned up? Who has some of these comments? Rob, are you drinking, mate?
Timmy Mallet just turned up.
I don't know, Fudge Face. Every time I see cheap cider in the supermarket, I think of you, Fudge Face.
What is that?
I don't know. You must have something going on there somewhere.
But I do like cider, to be fair. That's me drink of choice. But here, you just don't get it in the winter time. No. It's only a summer thing for the tourists.
There you go, Yorkshire Explorer. What's your best way to get permissions? Face-to-face, letters, phone calls? What do you say when asking? I always find face-to-face better. There you go, face-to-face, you can do that.
Me, the best way I found to get permissions was to take somebody that's better than you at getting them. And
get somebody else to do it for you.
In the early days, I used to go out with a guy called 316 UK. You probably know him. He's got his own channel. He was on the first night, the first live stream we did, and he just got this knack. He was lucky, to be fair, to be in a job where he was a manager of a tyre company, a big national tyre company, and he used to get a lot of farmers coming in wanting the stones removed from the tyres and different things like that. And John would get talking to them. Oh, there's no charge. Do we own a farm? And that was the way it worked, and he got a lot of permissions that way. But the few permissions I did have, it was just knock on the door and ask. It's just about letters. People just put them in the bin. We did a postal run around local farms once, and didn't get one reply. Nothing. No. So I wasn't bothered with that at all.
I tried the letter route once and sent out about 10, 12, got one back saying thanks but no thanks. So, but I'm just not confident enough to knock on someone's door. I mean, the primary school where the kids go, there was a farmer there who I knew reasonably well, but they're just so blunt, can I do? No, right, okay.
We've had a shotgun pulled on us in one farm. It was the proper get off my land, It's and then we got permission on a farm once, and we started pulling little silver sixpences out, nothing much this, and the farmer just come and said, "You're stealing off me." And we said, "Well, no, we come at the end of the day and show you what we found." "Well, I don't know that you would do that." I said, "That was the deal," and we just said, "Tell you what, there you go. There's the coins. We're going," and that was it. We just walked away. Simple as that. It's not a hassle.
It's got a bit of trust thing, isn't it? Really. I mean, I've only really got one permission. My father-in-law is an ex-farmer. He's got about 90 odd acres, but the neighbouring farm, because he's retired now, the neighbouring farmer does all these fields now. So, although it's my father-in-law's land, I have to go to the other farmer to double check it's okay. And the only thing is, I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, grateful for the land, but it's never ploughed. It's always direct drilled. So you get harvest, you got like 10 inches of stubble, then 2 weeks later he's direct drilled and you can't go on it. So you got like a very small window.
And that's the thing here as well, because they still plough some fields here, and every time I'm driving around the countryside here and I see a plough field that I know has been ploughed for the last 2,000 years or more, my mouth starts watering and stuff, and I can't touch it. I just can't do it, and it's so annoying.
Yeah. You see these nice rolled fields, and you get a little twinge down there, don't you, mate?
No, yeah, I definitely get a little twinge. The same twinge you used to get climbing up the rope at the school when you.
When you're at the bottom when the girls go up top.
South Coast Steps in the John 316 UK was a legend. He was smashed at Detectable last year, puked up everywhere. He was funny. Yeah, John doesn't drink. John is my brother-in-law. He doesn't drink. So when he does drink, he falls over. It's simple as that. But he's funny when he drinks most of the time.
You got to keep your hand in. You got to keep up. If you don't drink at all, then suddenly you go somewhere where you have 3 or 4 pints. That's it.
And the thing is, with John, he's a fast drinker as well. Whether it be milk, water, lemonade, he just gone. And so when he gets a strong cider in his hand, it's the same speed. It's gone. Rob Random, he raved so hard the Friday night and he couldn't detect on the Saturday. He ruined himself. Yeah, that sounds like John. I've spent many, in fact, for about, 10, 15 years, we spent every New Year's Eve with John in my back kitchen. Playing on the Nintendo Wii and stuff like that. Yeah. And you knew if we made it to midnight, we were lucky. If we made it to the fireworks, we were lucky.
I'm just looking at the output screen, and I reckon I've got about 20-second delay from if I do that, and then on the other screen, that's 20 seconds later. So I was obviously coming back from you and going out again.
Yeah, I'm the same. I do that now.
And also because you're on my screen, it's hard not to look at you because obviously you interact with people's faces, but I've got to look at the camera. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you now, but I'm not looking at the camera. Aaron's being nasty to me. Fudge face. I was hoping Sifter was going to do the same thing at Spring Detectable. That's why you got me the JD bottle. You hope I was going to get slaughtered. I think that's Brad said he was going to get me tipsy.
I think if I can get across there for the next Detectable, I think it's going to be a messy.
Yeah. I mean, I really hacked off with it because my birthday was on the 2nd of April. Would have gone to Spring Detectable up on the Friday. So that had been like my birthday treat. So that's all gone down the toilet.
Jet Ski John, bloody hell. Detecting with Jet Ski John about 5-6 years ago. Nice bloke. I'm trying to remember his wife's name now. She's got her own channel. I always do. I do a call out for her, a shout out for her. Jackie Smith, I think her name is, possibly. I don't know.
Why has Jet Ski John got an asbestos bottom?
I have absolutely no idea, but only South Coast Detecting seems to know the answer to that one.
It was your birthday. Have to get bevied up. I don't mind having a bevy, but you LP lads are going to make me look silly in front of Regton. Don't say you wouldn't, because I know you would. Rob says, I was going to pop out of a birthday cake naked for Steve. Oh, my eyes, my eyes. Well, I gave Rob at last spring a waxing kit. He was going to wax his knot, but I never seen a video of that one either. Oh, yeah, Aaron, he eats super hot curries. I see. That's why you need an asbestos bottom.
No, I'm the same with the curries, to be fair. Every year when Harrison comes on holiday, he tries to bring me some hot sauces. He fails. Every year he fails. He got the ghost pepper one this year.
Yeah.
But I was drinking it out of the bottle. He failed.
I can't. I used to be able to have a nice hot curry, but I can't anymore. What does Mrs. Smith mean? Tinks 1463. Mean anything to you, Fudgeface? You two band of vid. Yeah.
You're going to have to shoot guys who to turn in for the night.
Okie doke, Aaron. It's 11:15 here, and 12 here in the UK.
It's 2:15 for me here in Greece.
Is anybody, because of the lockdown and everything's gone out the window, structure of the day, everybody found that you get up later and later in the mornings? I do. I mean, I'm silly now. The girls sleep in. I'm lucky to get out of bed at 10 o'clock, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, the same. You just open your eyes, think, what's the point? What is the point?
Can't go out, can't do anything.
South Coast Night All, he's going to play with his dirt box.
Don't probe too deep, Aaron, okay? Because you'll be sore in the morning.
Thanks for being a spanner, Aaron.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Thanks for being a spanner.
So, Tinks 1463. I'm never watching TV again. It's too much fun here. Thanks for that. Yeah, Tinks 1463. Stay for first, Aaron.
For first. Oh dear. Rob says, too much winking from a starfish.
Oh,
let's not go there.
Why did you move to Greece from the UK? Do you miss detecting in the UK? Yorkshire Explorer? Yes, I miss detecting, and these live streams have made me miss it more than I even thought I'd miss it.
Especially the walk around the fields videos.
Yeah, those. Steve did a couple over the last few days of walking around his permission videos, and it just brings it all back, and you just think, the smell of the freshly ploughed fields and the smell of the cut, everything. You don't get that here. It's a nice smell, but you just don't get it, and obviously you just can't detect the land here. So yeah, I so much miss it. I moved to Greece for reasons, many reasons. I always wanted to live by the sea. I love Greece, and the opportunity was there, so why not? If I end up stopping here, I do. If I don't, and I move back to the UK, I'm sorry if I upset a lot of people, but if I move back to the UK, it'll be the South Coast.
So he's gone now. He can't hear you.
but that's my favourite part of the UK is down. It's actually Dorset way, down Bournemouth, Swanage that way. That was where I had all holidays as a child. So when I was to move back to the UK, that's where I'd end up. And also Harrison, the cameraman, who lives not too far away from Brighton, so I'd be close down there as well. But I miss the field detecting. I hope to get across in October, and I keep on saying that. But I love the sea detecting, and the sea detecting you'll never be able to do it in the UK.
No.
You just won't. Not like we do it here. That sea, I'm not kidding you. In July and August, it's like getting into a warm bath. You can stay and float in it for 8 hours and without any problems at all. It's an absolutely wonderful experience. It really, really is. And it doesn't wear you out.
No.
You're just floating. It's brilliant. You're just floating doing that.
No, I'd fancy some of that hot weather and warm sea business. But, do you think that's like a situation where it's always greener on the other side of the fence sort of thing? Like I'm sitting here now and, okay, it's different now because you can't go anywhere. But in a normal day, I think I could go to Spain, Greece, be lovely, but obviously there must be some drawbacks somewhere along the line. Must be a fly in the ointment.
I could the list of drawbacks as long as my arm, but here and for the UK.
Do you get accepted over there? I mean, when you moved over there, do they welcome people, or do they?
They love British, and the reason. Not necessarily all over Greece, but Corfu was, as you probably know, was ruled by the British 1860s, that sort of period, which is why I find like Victorian halfpennies and stuff here, which is a thing, because they got into a little bit of a skirmish with the Turks who owned it at the time. The British defeated the Turks, and then the pretty much took over Corfu and then handed it back. And that's what the British are known for. And there's even now, these 130, 140 years later, they have brass bands here, which you don't see anywhere else. And it's a throwback. And the British left, and the brass bands left. The Greeks learned to play the music themselves. So every festival here, there's a British brass band, but with Greek men walking down the street. It's a bizarre situation. And if you go to the list in Corfu town itself, on a Sunday afternoon, they play cricket. It's a strange thing. It's a strange thing.
Kerno Digger, seven every day, or do you mean 7 days? Dogs and kids jumping on me. It is a. I've never spent so much time together with the kids. Okay, you get a 6-week holiday in the summertime, but this could be going on for a bit longer. Tinks 1463. I have 2 beers left. That's very sad. For all viewers, no beer. Well, I've not had a beer. I couldn't get them on the delivery. Tesco's didn't want to deliver any, and Mrs. Sifter bought me some Tally-Ho, Adnams Tally-Ho. A case of that and a Adnams whiskey cake for my birthday, and because of a high demand, that's about 2 weeks away now. I've not got it yet, so I've got that to look forward to. Tally-Ho is around about 6-7%, so I'll do nicely. For all the viewers, it's a metal detecting stroke scuba detecting top that you want to buy that doesn't exist, as well as a camera lady or design for t-shirts as well. We could design me a Suffolk Sifter t-shirt. Rob Random, I use Google to follow Steve's trip in the fields. Yeah, right. There's certain landmarks where my permissions are, and I try my hardest not to put the camera so that shows people. But I dare say there's somebody cute who's local who know where I am. But there you go.
I'm just going to disappear for a second because Yorkshire Explorers just asked a question there. So I'll be the reason why not.
Good question, Yorkshire Explorer. Detecting in the sea, you're taking the history away from detecting. Don't you miss the history, okay? You'll find out the answer very soon. Here he is.
So, the answer to that is no. Surprisingly no as well. The The first gold ring I found here, obviously I love the history of it, and I've said this on a live stream before. When it's got a good stamp inside, you just check it. And the first ring I found here was, I think, Sheffield 1723. So there's a bit of history. It's not massively old history, but it's history. And then we started finding, I found lots of things here. So some things that I've never found out, like that button there. I'd love to know what that is. I have posted it a few times, never got an answer, but hey ho. And then we start to find, I found one with the best detail on them. In fact, I might send you a photograph of one of these for your live stream, Steve.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Much appreciated, though.
These here.
It's not a military button, is it?
Yeah, it's a military button, but
yeah, it's difficult to see on there. It looks like it's got like 4 squares and a crown on top.
Yeah, it's like the St. George cross with a crown.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, it looks military.
And then we get, I don't know if you're going to pick the detail up off this, let me just see if I can.
Nah, I think you're going to struggle on Looks like it's got 2 lines of writing on it, is that right?
That's right, yes. These here, I'll just see if I can spread them out a little bit. I might send you some photos, and I've got more as well. In fact, you might get, because this one's still a bit green, you might get...
Yes, 3 lines, something like DAT, something IA or something on top, yeah.
These are Venetian copper hammered coins.
Ah, right.
The 1670s, 1680s.
Yeah.
And apparently, they're rare. And these were all found with the Ace 250 on wet sand. And that's just a little pile I've got in the living room. I just look at them every now and again. They're all hammered.
Yeah.
All hammered coins. So no Yorkshire Explorer. That's just a little example of the stuff that I've got that I've found on the beach that is old. And the oldest thing I've found here was a very old Roman ring. So no, I'm not missing out on the history. In fact, I think out of the last 10 videos, I've got 3 Roman coins. So it's a good question, Yorkshire Explorer. We find history here. I think it's just a different history to what you find in the fields in the UK. And it's as simple as that. But no, I'm finding stuff that's I think the oldest Roman coin what I've found here is 2,100 years old, which is before the occupation of the Romans in the UK. So it's possibly an older Roman coin that you would find in the UK. I'm not saying that you wouldn't, but and I've got more of these hammered coins in this jar here than I thought.
So yeah, Yorkshire Explorer. I don't think you're taking it away. You're just discovering it, and it's out there, and people can see it, and you can show it off, and you're saving it. I think, in effect, because if it's left there, that's just going to deteriorate.
In these coins, I find quite a few of these. This is like the equivalent of finding your 1 pennies in the UK.
All right, it looks sort of similar to sort of Chinese money.
Yeah, it's a local coin. It's got that side I've just shown you there has got a picture of an owl on there. You can make it out.
You can see a 10.
10, yeah. And on the other side, it's in. Like I say, it's difficult to see.
Yeah.
But that's 1912. Not mega old, but yeah. To me, the history here is from what you find in the fields. I find just as much in the sea and on the beach. And I'm not planting it there on the beach or in the sea just to say I'm finding it there because I'm on the fields. Yeah. Because seriously, if I went on the fields here, I could end up at 20 years in prison. So I'm not going to go on the fields. No. It's just not worth the risk. So So no, the history you find here, good question, Yorkshire, is, but yeah, I don't miss that part of it because I am finding the history. Yeah, I find gold and rings and
modern stuff.
Yeah, I've got a mixture of treasure and artifacts, if you like. I've got a good mix between the two. When I find a gold ring, I'm over the moon. But equally, when I find a hammered coin, I think
you know what happened last time I found a gold ring?
Go on.
You don't know?
No.
Well, the sort of joke was I've been detecting about 5.5 years, never found anything gold, nothing modern, old, anything. And on the live stream, yeah, Steve, when you find gold, you have to do a naked gold dance, man. Yeah, that went on and on for a year or two, and then like 2 or 3 months ago, I found gold, and I done a naked gold dance. I had a Suffolk Sifter badge, strategically placed, but I shoo myself up because I got a lot of stick for it. But I thought I couldn't not do it because I'll still get stick for it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to watch back on that one then.
Yeah, you see it, gold. It's on there. It's about 8 videos back.
See,
it's not good. Don't watch it if you're going to go to bed because you'll have nightmares.
Yeah, I never found any gold at all. I found silver, but no gold in the UK. And I came here, and the very first sea detector did was the 1723 gold ring, the very first thing. And I thought, this is going to be fantastic.
Magic.
And then, because I got my metal detector quite late on in the summertime, so I did about 12 weeks of that summertime. But my GoPro broke, so I didn't get to film much of it. But I think I found about 35 gold rings in that 12 weeks to go from finding none.
Yeah.
And finding all that was amazing.
There you go, Touchface. Tink 1463. Is the AT Pro any good on wet sand?
Yeah. If you go on to my channel and you go and check the videos, the Ace 250 on wet sand, there's a few titled the Ace 250, still more proof it works on wet sand settings. If you've ever got any problems at all, just message me direct through GoAndGarrett or message me direct to Stephen Kershaw. And then I'm quite happy to help you out because it's how you use it. And trust me, people have unfriended me because I said the Ace 250 works on wet sand. But it does. It does. It's just your settings. And I can go through the settings with you anytime you want to. And so can Felix Stowhunter, anybody like that. These people can all prove that it works on wet sand. Aaron can prove it works on wet sand. It's just how you use it. That's simple. Yeah, there's loads of history in the sea around the UK, Rob. Totally agree. But I think you've got to go deep and you've got to hope for a calm day in the UK. The south coast has got really good calm sea and clear sea. It's just so cold. In fact, the temperature of the sea in this country in the middle of winter is the same temperature in the UK sea in July and August. Z found his bronze age axe head on wet sand. Well, like I said, TINX 1463. Just like if you've got the Ace 250 and you know anybody that has, just message me. I'll tell you how to use one on wet sand.
William Baker, good day to you all. Wash your hands.
Get them cleaned.
I'm doing the alcohol scrub from the inside.
Me too. When it comes out as well, it's all.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Is the AT Pro any good on wet sand? Well, at the moment, I'm just getting used to it. And again, if you just bought it and you listen to people, you'd say, no, it doesn't work. So when I first got the AT Pro, took it down to the beach, put it on the wet sand, it was signals going everywhere. So I thought, no, I'll go home, I'll go on YouTube and just pop it in.
Yeah.
18 Pro settings, wet sand. Got somebody's settings. Went back down to the beach. Perfect. It's just listening to somebody that knows what they're talking about. I've sort of changed a few of the settings on the 18 Pro to what I think is better on the sand here now. So it's just the mineralisation does change a little bit.
Yeah.
I was discussing this with Alan the other day. A little online conversation, and what we find if the tide's coming in, going out, even if the sand is dry, but it's a beach that goes down to the sea, it's a very small angle, the sea is still breaking underneath the sand. So even though what you think is dry sand, which it is on the top, only 4 or 5 inches below, the sand is wet and the sea is moving to and from. It's creating sort of a static electricity, if you like, inside the sand particles, and this can affect the detector. And all you've got to do on most of them is just change your settings or the sensitivity down a little bit. Simple as that. But every day is different on every beach. The way the tide's coming in, the way the beach has moved, everything's different. Every scenario is different.
I think whatever machine you use, you've got to know what to adjust when you come across high mineralisation or something. You need to know about your sensitivity and how to knock things down a bit.
Spot on, absolutely spot on, Steve. Like I say, if you don't know your machine, ask somebody that does.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I can give.
Oh, there's plenty of videos out there you can, hook up to and have a cup of tea and while away a few hours.
It's worth spending half an hour to an hour, 2 hours, whatever, just studying it before you go down to the beach. That 2 hours could save you so much time messing about in your system. I remember going back to the John 316 when he bought his new machine after the Ace 250 when he started out. He was ready to snap it over his legs. He was just adding up of it. And so again, YouTube home, back in the field, set it, and he loves it. He's still got the same machine now.
Yeah, so the thing is, you buy a new machine, you get it straight out of the box, you go down, you got all high hopes, and you get a load of rubbish results, and you're heartbroken, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. You've just spent 800 quid, and you found a knife, a fork, and a
ring pull.
just and, I mean, for us here on the beach, the ring pulls.
Look, gone.
Another one.
I've only got this left.
Naked.
I'll get into trouble doing that because a lot of people. I've very little left.
Good day, do we all wash our hands? I've actually, that's from William Baker. Yes, William, I've actually bought that much hand washing stuff now. It's untrue, and I don't even go out. There's nobody else that lives here with me.
Yeah.
But I'm constantly scrubbing, washing the floors, everything, and I'm the only person that lives in here.
Yeah.
There's nobody that comes in here at all. But yeah, always scrubbing, washing.
I'm a little bit paranoid. I think I'm 60 now. I've had a chest infection about 3 weeks ago. You think if you get it, I'm always thinking on the worst scenario, and I'd rather keep my head down and just don't go out.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's called being sensible.
Yeah.
And when we started the live stream, there's us being sensible, and there's the people that are not being sensible.
Yeah.
And that's the people that are putting your life at risk, everybody's life at risk, and that's the stupidity that they don't understand.
Yeah. Hence the title, Lockdown Metal Detecting Rules Apply to Everyone.
Yeah, everyone. So if the people are watching this, or if people that agree with these people have saying, watch GoAndGarrett and Steve Sifter's live stream, you won't like what they're saying. It doesn't matter whether you like or don't like it. No. What we're saying is the law.
Well, I'm not making it up. I'm not saying you can't do it. The government says you can't do it, or it depends how you feel about a certain insurance company saying you shouldn't do it. But some people say that they're not telling me what to do. I'm going to do it regardless. Yeah. How do you feel? What do you think about it?
At the end of the day, there's been sensible or there's been stupid. I voted sensible.
Well, there's been sensible, there's been stupid, and there's been people being a complete pain in the hole over it. I mean, there's some people have gotten on and on and on about it. I mean, it's blatantly wrong, but they just won't see sense. So
I think some people are doing it for a reaction, though.
Yeah, the glory and yeah.
If you're going to do it, go out and do it. But why post it online? You want the reaction. You want the backlash. You want people like yourself and myself to discuss it, so they can say those pair are a couple of idiots or whatever. Yeah. But no, what we're saying, what the government is saying, and what everybody else is saying, is the sensible way to stop things spreading. It's as simple as that. There's people, and I won't say who, but we know, who are finding things and then throwing the things to other people when we found them. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
There you go. It's like you're passing things to strangers when you could be contaminated. What? Unbelievable.
When I'm paranoid about the postman and the milkman, do you get post in? Do you have to wash your hands before you touch it? Do you have to wash your hands after you open the letter? I mean, how crazy is that?
Well, the thing is, I come home with these. I go to the supermarket, I come home with these. The first thing I do is wash them.
Yeah.
I don't even drink out the can.
No.
But I wash them in the kitchen sink, and then they go in the fridge after, and then I have the drink, everything, even the cans of beans, everything gets a spray in the wash before it goes in the cupboard.
I've got old-fashioned milkmen bring me glass milk bottles, and I anti-back the blinking bottles down before I bring them.
Who have we got on here now? Is there a difference in the 250 and the AT Pro? Well, yeah, there's a massive difference in price for one. But yeah, as far as the machines go, I'll argue the truth again. I've found as much with the Ace 250 as I have with the AT Pro. Having said that, the AT Pro I'm new to. So, and I can't comment on the fields because I've used the 250 actually more on fields than I have on the beach.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested when I do come back to the UK at some point using the AT Pro on the fields. I think that's going to confuse the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But no, there is a difference. There's a difference. The £400 difference in price, it's there for a reason. You're buying something that's, a lot of ways, but like I touched on early on with the numbers, and like Steve says, you don't use the numbers. You use the numbers at first, and then you start to know the signals rather than the numbers, so you can just concentrate and enjoy the beautiful day while you're detecting and just listening to the sounds.
Colonel Digger, when are you guys on next? Is it a regular thing? Or I don't know whether Fudgeface want me on here again.
Well, tonight was supposed to be a half-an-hour test to see how it went on the report.
Yeah, Fudgeface, he messaged me saying, "Hey Steve, fancy it's going on just to check it out, just to do a test." I said, "Fine, we'll do that." So I just come in here, quickly put me green screen up because I think, well, you don't want to see me cat plates and me owl plates behind me. Didn't bring out a drink, and then suddenly, bang, we're live.
I do apologise, but
no, fine.
Well, what I'm trying not to do is stand on anybody's toes with this. So we were supposed to do it the other night, and then those guys were going to do it. Remind me. That's it. The discriminators were going to do a live stream, so I decided against it because it's unfair if everybody's doing live streams at the same time. But we'll definitely do it again on Friday, if you're up for it, that is, Steve.
Yeah.
But the Friday, what day are we today? Tuesday? Tuesday. So, maybe before, obviously not tomorrow because it's Steve's big giveaway. Link below, okay? There you go, and that's Steve's big giveaway tomorrow night. So please, everybody, enter, and there'll be a little explanation of how you can enter there in the link below. So yeah, Colonel Digger, I hope it'll be a regular thing. I'm quite enjoying it now. Must be because it's been 2 hours and 10 minutes since we started.
Well, I've run out of Captain Morgan Spiced and Coke, and the only thing I've got is JD. So.
TINX 1463. I found an old Victorian tampon just before the lockdown, so I'm waiting for it's over to find out what period it's from.
Oh dear.
I think you'll find it's just a gap filler.
Oh.
We've got some funny guys that do the comments down here, though, to be fair, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got some wise guys on my live stream.
I can't get a word in on your live stream because it's just going that fast.
Well, I've got one sad, lonely party popper left in that bag. Mind you, I have got a few more
Oh dear.
knocking about. So anybody got a good reason for a party popper? Birthday, anniversary? I don't know.
Explorers going now. See you all. Thanks for the answers. Take care. Not a problem at all. Thanks for asking the questions. I love it when people ask questions like that. I hope you enjoyed all these hammered coins that I've found to answer your question. And I hope the questions were nice enough for you. I just found another coin I didn't know was a hammered coin.
Yeah, thanks, Yorkshire Explorer. Nice to see you. Much appreciated.
We are still breathing and alive, William Bacon. Only just.
I'm glad for that, William. I appreciate waking up in the morning. Every day I wake up as a bonus. Kerno says, my birthday in February, is it any good? Well, if there's not a better reason, then yeah, we'll do that a little bit later on. That'll be my birthday next April.
Where have you gone? Simon came on briefly, didn't he? And never said another thing.
No, he didn't. No, he came on and he's still on. You can still get him on the @6 symbol. Come on, Simon, speak to us.
Come on, if he's still there.
I bet he is still there. I bet he's just. I call them lurkers. Dull boy.
He's watching it on his phone and he's watching Only Fools and Horses on his telly at the same time. That's what he's doing, I'll bet.
Well, you know the score. You get about 30 odd people on, and you're getting 20 people commenting. So you know you got 10 people just watching or lurking. There you go. Look, I'm still in the background, says Simon.
Come on, Simon, comment with us, man. Del boy, evening. White House. What Churchills. What are you doing, Simon? Why in the background? What are you watching? It's funny I just said Simon's probably watching Only Fools and Horses, and who pops up?
Del boy. Del boy. So where you from, Del boy? It's been a long day.
What have you been doing, Simon? I know the obvious, but apart from the obvious, what have you been doing?
Obviously, William says we're still breathing and alive. That's the reason for a popper.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Okay, that trumps the February birthday.
I think it does. William Baker's going to bed, I think. Good night, William. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting on the videos.
Before you go, William, since you've done that thing, I'll give you a party popper, William. So this is for you, for waking up in the morning. It's always a big bonus. Put your fingers in your ears, fire in a hole.
Hey.
Normally it lands in my drink.
You haven't got any drink, have you?
Well, normally it does in my tea.
And the Ace Master 300 eyes on.
Ah, good evening.
He's been on from the start and not commented.
He's a lurker. A lurker. Lurkio. Hertfordshire, says Dalboy.
And the Ace Master comments on every single video. 9 times out of 10, he's the first.
There you go, William. You can go bed happy now with the party popper. Yippee!
To be fair, William Baker always comments on the videos as well.
Yeah. some of these comments you look at and you think, oh, I don't really think I should read that one out.
No, it's no problem, Andy.
I'm not going to read it out. It's not my stream.
Which one are you talking about? Have I missed something here?
Tinks 1463. Have you got that yet? Under the Yippee.
No.
I think you're lagging a bit on the comments. I can see them before you do. You'll see it.
Well, I've got Yippee, then I've got Andy Ace Master.
Well, I've got between William Yippee and Andy Ace Master, I've got Tinks 1463.
Well, I've got Tinks 1463 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 question marks.
Well, I don't know whether that's been held up somewhere, but I'll read a bit about it. If Yar detected a, how can I say, if you suited up one of those things hanging out of somebody's rear end, would you, after a blackout party, would you make a video of it? Don't ask me, I'm confused.
You've lost me completely. Simon's been working his class as a key worker. Harrison's not seen that comment either, so I wonder why that is. That's a strange one.
Well, I've got us coming up on, because I've got the pop-out screen from your YouTube channel, and that's between William Baker Yippee and Andy Ace Master, just enjoying the laugh, my friends.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know, I thought if you two would have knocked it out, that wouldn't have come up. I don't know. What did I say?
That's just my mind, sorry. So, no, TINX 1463, whatever you just said, only Steve can see, because we can't, me and Harrison that go and Garrett there, we can't see it.
Well, it's a very, very strange comment, which I'm not going to do again. Anyhow, William Baker says, I just enjoy the humour you bring to metal detecting.
Cheers, buddy.
I can see it, honestly, I can see it. If I had my phone, I'd take a picture of it. I've not had that much to drink, honestly. I've only had half a pint of Captain Morgan Spiced.
Who have we got here? Dirt Diggers UK is on.
Hey, Scott! Hello, Scott. Andy Ace Master 300i. Hi, Simon. Still miss you and Steve out in the fields. Obviously, that's not me. That Miss Fudgeface. Motley Crew, says Scott. Tinks 1463 says, tell the truth.
I can't, and now under that one, there's 4 question marks just come up. You said, tell the truth. Then underneath there's 4 question marks again.
Those question marks are laughy face emojis, laughy emojis. What are you watching the comments on a phone?
I'm watching them on my iPad.
Oh, right. No, they are emojis.
This is an iPad 3 that's not been updated.
So how's things then, Scott? How's Kimmy? Oh, he's off again. I'm going to have to get some beers in. I'll tell you, I wish my tally ho had come. All I've got is Jack Daniels, and I'm trying to resist that because I've only got a weeny bit left in the bottom. Look.
Put some Coke in it.
Yeah, well, I've got to go out of the room, ain't I?
Well, I'll do mine, and then you do yours.
Kerno Digger says, good night from Cornwall, lads. We'll try and catch you on Friday. So, Okie thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. Come on, Scott. How is Kimmy? Dirt Diggers put a shoe and a bottle of champagne. I haven't got a clue, but you're out of luck because I haven't got a shoe. Well, I haven't got any champagne. You just missed half a pint of Captain Morgan Spice and Coke. I just feel lucky I don't have to go to work. Being a retired person, I just not that I want to go out. If I was doing my normal job, which should have been either a boiler repair person or a Shell delivery driver, I'd have been out there and doing work. And I just feel grateful I don't have to go out. I'm just keep my head down. Scott says she's good. How's the wife? Mrs. Sifter is in the other room. She doesn't like metal detecting, probably me as well, and live streams. What are you doing in there? I said, well, I come in here just for a test, but it's like gone into a live stream. Oh, if I go to bed, I won't be okay. Get to bed. So you're getting me out of trouble there, Fudge Face.
Good night from the Cornwall, lads. Did you say good night to him? I've missed that.
Yeah, I've got a Tinks 1463 again. Don't talk, SHIT. I had that much JD an hour ago. Oh, so I'm getting told off for not drinking now.
How come you're getting TNIX 1463's messages and I aren't?
Well, I think I get the messages a little bit earlier than you do. I think because of where you are and the way the things are working, you get them a bit later.
Oh.
I've got the GoAndGarrett. I've got the work again on Saturday. Unhappy face.
Do you know how many hours he's done this week? 10.
I haven't got a clue. How many?
10.
10 hours.
Because it was bank holiday weekend and at Harrison's nights, he does Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. So because of the bank holiday weekend, he just did Monday night.
Oh.
So why the sad face?
I don't know.
Cheer up.
Oh, I got anything, look.
Go and get some Coke then.
I'll have a Waz when I'm out there.
You enjoy your Waz. I think everybody's rapidly disappearing now. Just there was 15, 16 people on just, and there's 8 now. So of the 8 people, if you don't mind commenting, in fact, what time are we? It's 5 to 3. So we'll finish this little drink that Steve's got and probably call it tonight after that, because Naomi says, because we dislike everyone at work, no social distancing happening there, in it, you know what I mean. Simon's done 14 hours today delivering parcels. That means he spent 2 hours delivering parcels and 12 hours driving past people's houses. Yeah, still on the weekend, Tinks 1463. You've been on from the start, haven't you, Tinks 1463? Thanks, love. I appreciate tonight people asking questions. It's always nice people bother to answer questions. I can see a shadow. Zero sugar.
It's not mine, it's my youngest, Amy's drink of choice, and if I drink it, you're going to get me in a lot of trouble. What I've got is that, and a little bit of that. So shall I just go like that and put the Coke in?
Just put a bit of Coke in the bottle.
Well, it's going to be a sad day. That's my last drop of JD.
You have to take a visit out to the supermarket tomorrow, aren't you?
Really?
That deserves a party popper.
Very sad. Very sad.
Even Harrison agrees with me. Party popper got the JD.
That's ruining it, really, putting coconut. I shouldn't really put coconut, should I? Hey?
Me, I just drink it the way it is. I never destroy the taste of something that's taken a long time in a barrel to get that wonderful.
I'll tell you what, I won't put any coconut. But now I've got to drink this.
There you go. Cheers, Wolf.
Cheers.
Like when, I like Glenmorangie, 18-year-old.
Yeah.
And it destroys me when people order it and then stick orange juice in it. I'm like, it's sat in a barrel for 18 years, and you're going to stick some orange in it. Oh, what a waste.
And if I go to the pub, I always have JD on the rocks. Just have a couple of bits of ice in it. And but I like single malt. And, you know, if you've got this blended stuff, you can stick what you like in it. But a nice single malt.
I don't drink those blended. I don't like blended stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, it's single. That's it.
No. Right. What have we missed comment-wise?
Does UK John Wayne that right down, Steve?
What? Oh, John Wayne, I ain't going to do that. What is the point, right, of putting it straight down your neck? All you do is you sip it. You do. Yes. You don't go, that's gone. You think, what was it? Come on, Scott, you must know that. John Wayne.
Says, Tina said on the last live stream we did a few days ago, it's about time that I went out to Corfu. Do you think she's trying to get rid of you, Simon?
Yeah, I nearly, oh dear, was the world's best metal detectorist, Jeff. He said I could go over to his pad in Austria. And I looked into it, and I could get National Express from where I live to Stansted for something like £8.
Mm-hmm.
A flight, £14.50. He'd pick me up from the airport, take me home, feed, water me, take me back to the airport, £14.50 home, £8 home. So for about, what, £50 week away. That got squashed. I'm not looking after the kids for a week. Who's going to do the school runs? So I didn't go.
I'd have gone deaf for that conversation.
Pardon? No, I thought if I'd done that, I'd never got back in the house.
No. Metal detecting first.
And Jeff says, you can come over, how old are your kids? And I said, one's 11 and one's 8. He said, no, it's not going to happen. So.
What you'll have to do is bring your wife and kids here, come detecting here, and you won't see them for 2 weeks. They'll just be on the beach every day.
That's what I said. I said the compromise was we all go over. You can look around Vienna or whatever, and I'll go up into the fields and get some gear. Apparently there's some un-PC stuff you find around there. There's like SS stuff, and which I think didn't go down a storm on my live stream. He sent me some pictures of it, and that didn't really go down very well, so I tend not to do that.
The strange thing is, though, there's people around the world that love that sort of stuff, isn't it? It's a strange thing.
I mean, he found a solid silver skull SS ring, which, you know, you either like or you don't like.
The thing is, it's part of history, and you push everything else to one side, it just becomes history.
Yeah.
Bad part of history.
Yeah, oh yeah. There you go, Scott, look. Look at that bad boy. I resisted the temptation. I ate the 2 chocolate bars that come with it, but I resisted the egg.
Next 1463 has been away for a wee week. You've not missed anything.
Scott says, you sip brandy, but you drink whiskey. Righty-ho. Scott says, were there Romans ever in Suffolk? Just, if I said to you, Colchester.
Anything that ends in the word Chester.
One of the biggest garrisons they had. No, we are littered with Roman stuff over here, mate. Not necessarily where I am. I have found Roman coins and thistle brooches and stuff, but it's not that common where my permission is. But if I nip out with Extreme Metal Detecting UK, another plug, they've got some real tasty permissions.
I'm up to them.
Yeah, and I think they let me go on one field, and the farmer has just sort of dragged the tines over the headlands, and I come away with a Roman military posy ring and 25 Roman coins.
Jeez.
They were laying on top of the, was a Roman. Well, there's no Roman. One of the other guys, you could see his footprint where he stood on the Roman, and I went, oh, the Roman. And then, I got 25, somebody else got 10, unbelievable.
It's mental, isn't it? It's mental. That's what I love about metal detecting. That's the part I like.
Yeah, I'm not in it for the money, obviously. I'm in it for the history. I'm picking a Roman coin out, which someone's last held 1,800, 2,000 years ago. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And that's what people don't get at all. To me, that's the part of metal detecting. And the research and everything. When I'm finding, I'm even finding bullets from whenever. I'm finding musket balls, bullets, even in the 1940s.
Yeah.
Just dating it, stamping it, and just finding the history of it. It's the fascinating part of metal detecting. But let's face it, there's people that go out there, buy a metal detector, and think that
find treasure.
Yeah. And it doesn't work like that, obviously.
I mean, okay, there's some lucky people out there who found a lot of stuff, and they do get money for it, but that was never I was never thinking of that at all when I started metal detecting. It's the history. I mean, I got Anglo-Saxon strap end, complete with the silver rivets. I mean, that's just, I've got a Viking part of a horse harness. It's just, to me, it's amazing,
Your hair stands up on your arms when you think about it.
But this Viking thing was on the surface. Didn't have to dig for it. Unbelievable.
That's the best part of metal detecting. Like you say, there's treasure hunters, and then there's people that go out in history. And like I said earlier on, it's wonderful finding the gold that I have and it's not because all the gold I've found, it's here. I just keep it. But these hammered coins, when the very first one I found, they had no idea what it was. And even Alan and Andy, the guy, they said, I'd have thrown that away. They had no idea. Obviously, because I've been in the UK, you start to recognise different things that you research it and you find out what it is. In fact, it was the first one of these I found. I just sent a picture to John from the beach and just said, any ideas? And within 10 minutes, he come back and said exactly what it was. And I'm like, nobody's going to believe I found this on the beach. There's nobody that's going to believe I found this on the beach.
No. That gold ring I found, the first gold ring I found, was a mourning ring, and that had writing all the way around the outside, and that was the name of the person. He was 70 years old, died in September 1783, and that was a ring which was so intricate. You think, well, it would have cost a lot of money when that was made.
Yeah.
So, that's just, I tried, I researched it, I got so far down, I found out where, obviously it was a wife's mourning ring, a husband died, I found out where they got married, where they were buried, I found they had 3 boys, but then that just dried up. I couldn't get any further down. If I could find, people who are relatives today, I'd give it back to them. Yeah,
and that's the beauty. I mean, I've been in a couple of newspapers and things. I found a 1418 World War I medal with the guy on the horseback on the back. And from the day I found it, it was I think it was A. Simpson, the name was, and did the research. I found it wasn't too far away in a place called Macclesfield, and I found out the house he was born in. He went to the battle. He died in the Battle of the Somme at the age of
Yeah.
21. So obviously the medal would have been given to his family. Now I personally think the family have taken the medal and gone, stuff it and thrown it. So I found the medal, and I tried for 5 years to try and find any family that was still alive.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could find was a cricket club that he was part of before he went to war. Now, I've got the medal here with me now, and my intention at some point, when I ever get back to the UK, is to give it to this cricket club that still exists.
Yeah.
And there's a big stone thing right outside the cricket club, of all the people that died in the First World War. And it'd just be nice to give it to the cricket club and say, well, use this and your... Because what's it worth to me? 40 quid on eBay.
Yeah.
It's no money. It's stupid. It's stupid money. Even in fact, even if it was worth £1,000, I'd still prefer it to go to where.
That's part of their history, isn't it? I mean, you could probably get a bit of ribbon which corresponds to the medal, put it in a little frame, and that'd be in their cricket club. Yeah.
Like somebody did. Who was it that did that recently? He found the medal and he did exactly that. He put a ribbon on it. I can't remember if it was green grass or I think it might have been green grass. A couple of guys from South Wales, and he found a medal and he did exactly that, and he did get it back to the family, and he had it put back to its perfect condition before he gave it to them, which was really nice. And it's the same with any wedding ring or engagement ring. And if I can get it back to the person that's lost it, it's a better ending to the story than ever.
Yeah,
a much better ending.
Oh yeah. Right, what we get? I've got Thorns Bunny, says GoAndGarrett. That's Harrison. Tinks 1463. You lousy so and so. The size that pint. I'm dying for a pint. Radio.
There you go.
And then he's laughing about a strap end. So I don't know. I think you might have had too much, mate.
I haven't got any of them messages coming. That's mental.
Blame Harrison. Simon says only had one Roman on the permission near Little Morton Hall, if you remember.
I remember, and that was the place that I had my James I from. And they were the only two interesting coins that came off that permission. Yeah. Everything else, there was nothing. Four of us worked that permission for days and days and days, and we only had, I think, those two coins off there. One Roman, one James I. That was it. And that was when we had a particularly wet springtime. Then even the tractors were sinking in the fields.
I think Tinks is getting a bit excited. How the F can you be serious? And was his finger worth anything, Henry VIII? The smiley face. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Tinks 1463, but I don't understand.
I've got those last three messages.
Did you get a question mark after the last one? Or was it smiley face?
Smiley face. Was the finger worth anything, Henry VIII?
Got no idea. You have to break it down a bit because Fudge Face is a Fudge Face moron and Sifter's just a moron and understand these sort of things.
Yeah, we haven't got a clue.
Wife's got a bed now, so I could stay up all night.
I've got nobody to go to bed to.
Wow. That's like that with me. We've been married too long. Don't do that sort of things anymore.
And the Ice Master live stream has stopped working here.
Oh, that's tight.
Are we on different sides now?
No, you're the same side. I think. Yeah, we're live. We're back. I just typed trying to fix that. Sorry, people. Just a minor technical issue with the UK broadband. It's back again. Hi, Andy. So we've got 5 people now, so we're on a loser.
It went down to 2 people then. I think that was me and you.
Yeah. Just 2 sad people talking to each other and drinking together. But I think that's amazing. You're in Greece, I'm in the UK, we're having a pint together.
Can't think of a better way to spend a Tuesday night.
Oh, I could do some real ale though. It's JD is a bit too much.
We're back up to 7 now. It's crawled up to 7.
Yeah, what's the sound on the output screen? Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try. Unable to connect the chat. Please try again. So I think we're back anyway.
Yeah, we're definitely back.
Who's on? Who's give up and who is still on?
So and the Ace Masters 300i, we're back. It's back again. So yeah, we are.
Yep. Thanks for hanging in there, bud.
We've just lost one. Come back down to 6.
It's getting sad now. 6, isn't it? Yeah. We'll be talking to each other soon.
We're 2 of them.
Yeah. So yeah, and him. So 3 people really.
How long have we been on, Harrison? Message me. Must be nearly 3 hours, 2 hours 45, something like that.
It says started streaming 2 hours ago.
So, somebody write something so we know that you can see us.
Let's just put your link out again.
Naomi, camera lady, she's saying hello.
I'll just post it on my group page. Got 4,000 odd people on there, but I don't know where.
Harrison, are we on or not?
Did you? You're both hardcore drinking this time of the morning. Well, it's 1:20 in the UK, and it's what? In the
3:20.
3:20. So Fudge Face is 3:20. He doesn't need his booty sleep.
Of course.
he looks great.
Like a baby's bottom.
Yep, smooth as. Yeah, I think. Do you actually put out any notifications that you're going to be live, or usually, or?
Well, this was going to be a short test.
Yeah. I mean, normally I go around just making up a Suffolk Sifter Detectorist Wednesday live stream, 9 p.m. and send it out to all my groups.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that makes a whole heap of difference, I don't know, but
I did put something on Instagram myself, which I haven't got many followers. I just said, anybody out there tonight, I'm live for a short live stream if anybody's interested. But I watch a lot of
frozen
content. Are we frozen? Like that, and then,
okay.
at some point. This 5 seconds is lasting a long time.
The miracle of modern technology. That's just. I just wonder whether people who do this Wi-Fi and these companies, when they see, because obviously we're all staying in now, and you get like this morning, you got the guests are in their homes, and they're coming in via on their Facebook or whatever, and they're so crappy, blocky, and horrible. You think, don't these people think, hello, let's get a real, decent, reliable Wi-Fi signal?
Yeah. Well, there's Harrison, you, and me, and his girlfriend on at the moment. So
well, that's 4. We're okay. Yeah, 4 watching. Well, I think we're on now. I think.
Definitely on, yeah. Sorry about that. Anybody that's still watching, or anybody that's not watching this live and is watching it back again. This is the difficulty when we go between Corfu to Suffolk to Worthing, and that's what we're doing. We're jumping to 3 different. And Andy Ace Master's still there.
Yeah,
hello,
Suffolk is very slow. You get people on my Wednesday live stream, they send me an email. I've sent you an email, Steve. Okay, and I've not got it for about 10 minutes, so I think it's to do with Suffolk. It's very, very slow. The pace is slow.
Send a carrier pigeon.
That's it. Be quicker with a pigeon, anyway, yeah. Yeah, sorry, people. We are back. I'm not getting any messages at the moment.
Well, there isn't any messages apart from Andy Ace Master saying he's still here, and that's it.
We must have 2 people. There's 6 watching.
Yeah. It's a shame, but at least it's happened at the end of the night rather than the start of the night.
Yeah. If it happened 5 minutes in, we'd be really sad.
Yeah. How long have you been on now, Harrison? Type me a message.
I don't know. It just says streaming 2 hours. It must be, what is it, 1:30 here?
Must be more than 2 hours, I'm sure.
Must be getting on for 3, surely.
2:31. There you are, Harrison's just got back to me. 2 hours, 31.
I can normally only stick it for about an hour and a half. Start at 9 and come 10:30, I'm ready to go to have a wee or a drink.
Oh, did you get bored?
No, that's my bladder. I can't hold it.
I think that's the beauty of having 2 people streaming at the same time. Well, if you know what I mean, streaming and streaming.
Yeah. I'll start off with a cup of tea, and I've got my little red flask with an unknown mixture in, and by the time I've drunk them 2, the old bladder's thinking, no, we'll go. Come on, people. Type anything just to let us know somebody is there.
Well, I've jumped up to 7 watching now again.
We're up to the heights of 24.
Simon, are you still there? Or have you given up? Have you gone bed? And the Ace Master, are you still here now?
Yeah, so you're there so we can say goodbye.
Yeah. It's pointless to say goodbye and to all my little loves, my little fudge faces.
Come on, I've got this to drink, look.
Let's
Cheers.
About that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's just drink to ourselves. Cheers.
Anybody?
I'm really sad. I'm really sad now because there's nothing left, look.
So have you got no spirits in at all now?
I've only got Captain Morgan Spice, vodka, Bacardi. That's all I've got left.
It must be horrible for you.
It's horrible. I do like me real ale. I'm really sad that I ain't got no beer.
Oh, comment. Question for Friday night to each. Best finds from each metal detector you own.
I can't
That's for Friday night. That's for Friday night. So we'll do another one on Friday night, and that's a question in advance from Andy. Best finds from each metal detector you own.
Okay, sorry about that. I had to refresh the live chat because I wasn't getting anything. But okie doke, yeah, we'll hold that one. Fudgeface will remember that. He'll write it down because he'll forget it in the morning.
Definitely, Harrison. You write that down.
Poor old Harrison.
But I've already got my answers there.
Right, sorry about that. Just refresh and I can see it now. Yeah.
How many? So I've got my 250, which I know we best find from that without any shadow of a doubt. My AT Pro, yeah, I think, I've got a good one from that. The Pulse Dive, definitely got the best from that. And the scuba detector, yeah, I'm sorted.
Well, I've only had two. I've had an Ace 250 and a full Dias, and I'm going to struggle to remember what my best find is with the 250 because it's been quite a few years. I can happily say what I've found with the Dias, but 250, I'm going to have to go to bed and sleep on it.
Did you find any amateur with the 250?
No, I won't go into what I found because that'll be spoiling the question. But we've got on the father-in-law's farm, there's a track, which is about 300, 400, 500-year old. It goes to the church, and there's quite a few coins on the way there. But it's very, very hard going because it's quite compact. As you can imagine, all the carts and the horses and things going over it in past years. So it's a real swine to dig. You get a nice signal, but you just can't get to it.
I'm intrigued for your answers now on Friday night.
Well, I better think it's something good then.
I think what I'm going to do, actually, Andy, is I'm actually going to bring my finds from each machine to the table.
Oh, there's always a smart ass. I could probably bring... Yeah, I could probably got 2 or 3 things I could bring from the Dias, but I can't honestly, truthfully remember what I found with the 250. I could show you a coin which I found with the Dias, which I know I found with the 250. That'll have to do.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just looking in the respect that I've just got all the finds I've pretty much ever found.
Yeah.
From 8 years ago.
How do you get on then if you find something like something of interest? Have you got like the equivalent of an FLO over there?
Not here at all. They aren't interested at all.
No.
Okay. If it's on land, yes. Everything that you, if like I said the other day, I'm looking like I might have permission to go on land if it all works out.
Yeah.
But if I do find anything on that land, I've got no ownership rights to it at all. I have to hand it over. But I haven't got a problem. I haven't got a problem with it at all.
No.
There's an archaeological dig, actually. I might actually go down and film it and do a video on it when the lockdown's lifted. I went down to speak to some archaeologists, local archaeologists here. What happens here when you want to build a hotel or want to build a swimming pool in your grounds? The first thing that happens before you do anything, the archaeologists come in and they do a hole just to have a look because the history is that far back here. And so some company bought some land down near to where I found the Roman coins. They bought some land there to build a really big 5-star hotel right next to the beach. So the archaeologists came in there and they found some Stone Age tools.
Yeah.
And that was 3 years ago. This hotel has been put on hold. The archaeologists are there every day until recently, obviously, and they're just bringing things. Because I talked to them because I was actually shocked. I did say to them, bless you. I did say to them,
down the wrong way.
I said, I can't believe. And they've got it all looked at. I'll take some photographs and I'll send them to you. You can put them on your channel because it's an interesting thing to look at. I'll use it as part of my exercise and then take some photographs. But they've got these archaeological digs going on, Stone Age tools, and they've got this massive spoil pile of soil. And I said to the female archaeologist, are you not letting anybody with metal detectors swing over there? And she said to me, she's like broken down Greek accent, what's the point? These are stone tools. I said, but you've taken 4 meters of soil off the top. I said, there's Roman coins and all sorts, and you're not metal detecting. She says, no, but the stones, they don't need metal detector. I'm like, seriously, there must be 400 tons of topsoil that they've taken off and just dumped it. And if that was Time Team UK or anybody, they'd just be there. And they're just putting wheelbarrows of soil there. And when it's all finished and they've studied it and they've recorded it, they'll take all that soil away and build the hotel. And it absolutely infuriates me. It drives me crazy, the stupidity of it.
That's a real good opportunity to go over the spill, the spoil, and see if you can find anything.
Yeah, and they just don't do it at all. They just don't do it. If they find Stone Age tools, they just look for Stone Age tools. They're not interested in the 2 or 3 meters of soil above that.
Yeah.
And it just drives me crazy.
No.
It just does.
I quite like handing stuff into FLO because, it goes away for a few weeks, and I've still got stuff with the FLO, which I should have picked up 2 weeks ago, but obviously can't. But it comes back with 2 or 3 A4 sheets of paper saying, like that strap end I found, that says what it was, where it come from, who it was, what it looked like. You get a whole report, which is fantastic. Someone else does your research for you, basically.
Yeah, and that's on my email account. I've still got all these things from the FLO and Britain, all the things I've found. Where you find a 15th century pot leg or something like that, and they record it, and then they email you back and give you the paperwork as well. So you've always got it there for you to look at. I mean, I remember the first time I found a medieval pot leg, I thought it was an axe head that had been cut off. It's just being naive at the time when you learn these things, the old pot handles, everything like this, and you learn it. And John and myself, we took a few things up there, and Teresa Gilmore, I think her name, is the FLO in Staffordshire, and she's the one that's identified these things. And I got these S-shaped pieces of metal, but you throw everything in a box, and she goes through it. And she's like, oh. And I got a few of these S-shaped pieces of metal. Pulling them out, and she's like, "Oh, these are trigger guards off a musket pistol." And I'm like, I'd have just thrown them away.
Yeah.
And so we John and myself, we went to a place, and we were finding all these musket balls and musket trigger guards off musket pistols. And she said, like, I wish you'd have recorded the GPS on everything if you'd known, because you could have discovered the site of a battle.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is in the early days, so you don't understand and you don't realise stupidity. But,
I mean, I take, 6-8 things into the FLO. They come to my local museum every month or 3. Oh, this is what I've got. No. Oh, yes, we'd like to have that. We'd like to have that. And obviously they know what they're looking at. But there's one field which I've only found one Roman coin on, and then I found something which looked like a drawer handle pull thing. And I thought, well, that looks a complete rubbish. But I kept it, took a photo of it. This is when I first started out. Put a picture up on the Facebook groups. Oh no, it's a Roman thistle brooch. And you think, what? And then you look into it and you think, okay, that's part of it. But yeah, it's a Roman thistle brooch. You think, well, I'll have chucked that away.
Yeah, you don't, because their expertise is worth so much.
Oh yeah.
I remember a story. It's a sad story and a very lucky story. I went up to the Hanley Museum, which contains 50% of the Staffordshire hoard.
Yeah.
And I went up there, and I got James I coin, hammered coin, and I got an Elizabeth I hammered coin. And so we got there, showing to me. So there's my James I, and I'm in my wallet. No Elizabeth I coin. I emptied my wallet and everything, and I'm like, oh Jesus. So I said to John, you get your finds out, I'm going to see if it's in the car. And I went all the way, and it was about 1.5 miles. And I'm walking, I'm sweating, because this was an absolutely perfect Elizabeth I coin. And I went in there, and I got it in a little plastic sleeve. I'd kept it in since the day I found it. And I remember before I got out the car, I got them out, put them on my knee, put them back in the wallet, made sure they were there, put it in my pocket, and got out to go to the museum with John. And by the time I got to the car, I'd not found it. Got to my car, it was on the floor by the driver's door. Shiny as the day it was made, sitting there in the sunlight, and I'd been gone for half an hour, 45 minutes, and it was still sitting by my car. And to this day, I've still got the coin here now, and I'm thinking, to find something after 400 years, only to lose it, getting out of his hands. Tragedy. Because whoever would have found that wouldn't have had a clue.
No.
Wouldn't have had a clue at all.
No.
So, yeah. Jesus.
Now, I had a funny experience with Lizzie Hammond. I was on this particular same field where I found a thistle brooch and a Roman coin, detecting, good signal, dug it, half a Lizzie. Well, that's fine, great, half a Lizzie. Weren't a cut half, it was a broken half. 10 inches across, another good signal, dug it, half a Lizzie. Got both of them, put it together, perfect match. Obviously a drill or a plough or something had gone through it and broke it.
Wow.
Got that on video.
I think metal detectors like yourself, like myself and everybody else that's commented tonight, I think we could all write a pretty good book about metal detecting stories between us all.
Yeah.
Everybody put together 2 A4 sides of paper on a little story of their metal detecting favourite find or weird thing that happened. We'd have a pretty good substantial book.
Yeah, if you got people to bring it to say their, I don't know, funny find, or you could put a good book together, couldn't
you? Yeah, definitely. And I know I'd read that from front page to back page without any shadow of a doubt. I think everybody's stopped asking questions now, Steve.
So the last one I've got from Andy Ace Master 300i, and that's it. I don't know whether my comments has frozen or whether there's just not anybody.
Is anybody there? Do you want to have a question before we go, or just say good night, or
just start wrapping up? There's 7 people out there. We're going to wrap up now, people. So if you want to say good night or ask a question for Friday, now's your time.
Down there. If you don't do it now, Harrison says he thinks the chat's died.
Yeah.
It's glitched out. So.
I think we're talking to ourselves, Fudge Face.
The chat's glitched, but the live stream still carried on. So
if you're watching now and you're making a comment, I'm sorry we can't see the comments. So apologies for that. They are there. They can't comment. I see. So you can't comment. So much apologies for that, people. It's an internet thing. So what's that? Comment after the fact.
Yeah, so if you want to comment, go back on after we do the live stream. When it goes up as a separate video,
do that.
Pop a comment down below, and we'll get to it then. If you want to do it again on Friday night, Steve. We'll come again on Friday night. Get your questions ready. The topic you want to talk about or want us to talk about, anything metal detecting related, and we'll be there. Like I said earlier on, there's a link to Steve's channel and Steve's big giveaway tomorrow night. And then
we've got a comment. Monty's on. Tinterweb. Yes, Monty. I'm afraid it is internet issues.
There you go. Monty's just joined, and he's number 8 that's come on.
Lucky number 8, Monty. Do you know what?
What time?
Number 8.
What time's good for you on Friday night, Steve?
Sorry, say again.
What time's Andy Ace Master 300i? Just ask what time on Friday night. I
don't know. I don't know. It depends on you, really. I'm good for 8 or 9 o'clock onwards.
Well, 9 o'clock for you, 11 o'clock for me. That's a good mixture between the two.
All right. Well, I'm used to 9 o'clocks, so I'm going to do a party pot for Monty, right? Because he's been here a while. Okay, Monty's stuck with us through thick and thin, as well as Andy Ace Master 300i. This is for you. It's a party popper. So fingers in your ears, fire in a hole. And that went right up, hit my smoke detector, and bounced on the camera. So thanks for persevering, people. So if you can get your comments in, put your questions in, comment after the video, give us some questions. If you want to get under the skin of Suffolk Sifter, ask them, not too personal questions, but you can ask some questions, what I do, how I do things, then just go for it.
Yeah. Nicely put, nicely said. You'll all join Steve tomorrow on the Suffolk Sifter. Sister?
Yeah. Suffolk Sifter tomorrow, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. UK time. It's the mega giveaway. It's the biggest giveaway I've ever done. There's 6 prizes. There's bags full of goodies, but you've got to be publicly subscribed to Suffolk Sifter and comment under the video of the giveaway, hashtag GAW to be in it to win it. 9 o'clock tomorrow, 9 p.m. UK time.
Don't forget, people. And if you're watching this back, yeah, the information is down there.
Do it.
Harrison, don't forget, down there. Okay. Monty, I know you were there from the start when you were 4 people watching, playing with you.
We've got 9 people watching now.
I might have another beer then.
I've only got this left. Look, this is the last of my JD. I hope you people appreciate that. I was saving this, and I'm going to drink it now. Cheers.
Cheers, my love. I've got an empty glass.
That's it. I'm dry.
There's an answer to that.
What, rude?
So, people, if you want to say good night. Yep.
Yep, well, that's nearly 10 to 6 UK time, and it's probably 10 to 4 Greece time.
Yeah.
So we'll wind it up now, Fudge Face. No, I mean Steve when he first started 8 months ago. Monty's my most loyal subscriber and watcher.
Oh. Well done, Monty.
Mr. Montague. Much appreciated. Go. I think you're in the draw. All the best, mate.
So we say good night now.
Yeah, go on then, Fudge Face. You sign off.
I'll sign off. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night, folks. Had a blast, you fudgers. Thank you very much, Andy. Again, like Monty with you, Andy Ace Master for me. He's always there, always supporting us. Camera Lady 99 from Neo Morgenstern. And anybody else that's watched, do appreciate it. If you've gone bed and you're watching the video back tomorrow, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. To all my little fudge faces, thanks very much for joining us on GoAndGarrett. Steve, Suffolk Sifter, much appreciated. Been a wonderful chat, and I'm surprised we've got so much to talk about. 3 hours.
And I think it's something to do with the beer.
It's always to do with the beer.
Well, thanks, Fudge Face, for having me on. Much appreciated.
No problem. You take care. I'll see you tomorrow night. 9 o'clock UK, 11 o'clock my time.
All right, see you then.
Ta-ra, buddy.
All right.